And when you knock us down, we're going to get up. And on the way up, we're going to bite a kneecap off.
Go ahead and say it, Ed. Go Tigers!
When I woke up this morning, I was feeling pretty dangerous.
You like that? You like that?
F it. Jamar's down there somewhere.
In the room saying select Marcus Davenport.
No!
Splash Brothers. Yeah.
It's playoff. Keep going, Brace.
Playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
What is up, y'all, and welcome to episode 7, already on 7, of the Dirty Boot Sports Podcast. Tonight, we got the dynamic duo, Clay and Chance. We got Ray back on the mic after a little all-star hiatus. And we got Peyton and myself. Ty ain't making it for this one. That's all good. We love our Ty.
R.I.P.
He's not actually dead that we know of.
We question it sometimes.
but he'll be back with us at some point. So tonight we've got the U.S. Open recap. You know, Peyton's going to have to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
College World Series update. We're going to talk about the NBA draft that's upcoming. And then we're going to get into our snake draft for the night. And that's going to be the all-time NBA lineup. So, you know, we're going to – it's not just going to be the best 5 players we can get. We're actually going to have to build a team. So I think that's going to be fun.
Very exciting.
Since we're down one person.
Position by position.
Yeah, position.
Got to have a line.
And I think we're going to throw in a 6th man.
Yeah,
I think
fun.
I think that's going to spice it up a bit.
I mean, I got 30 people listed. I'm ready.
So, Peyton, dude, let's talk about the U.S. Open.
Oh, man, what a great tournament. The PGA is kind of taking some shots right now with Liv, and I feel like that was something that they needed, man. You had your
big name fellas.
Big names, man, on top of the leaderboard that were battling it out. And all your Liv players, I think they had 17 in the field from the Liv Tour, and only 2 made the cut. Which to be honest with you, I was hoping one of them was going to be in contention on Sunday. You're in Boston. You know how those fans can be. Yeah. And I would have loved to see how the fans reacted, because they were talking, you know, leading up last week when they were on the ranges and hitting balls and getting ready for them. They said you could feel tension. They said the Liv players were actually kind of congregating together, huddled up, separating away, segregating themselves. Yeah, it's almost like it's becoming already a rivalry.
Yeah, which is probably a good thing for the game of golf. Deep down,
in a way, I think it could be. I'm like I said last podcast, I do hate it because, man, when I watch PGA Tour, you know you're watching the best players in the world battling out. You know, you don't want LeBron and Steph playing in 2 leagues and never see them play. You know, and you're going to start seeing that some now. If the majors, if they can work that out, you know, the PGA Tour, they don't control the majors. Masters is its own entity. United States Golf Association is the U.S. Open. PGA Championships is the PGA of America. It's a different entity. And then the British Open is also by the RNA. So hopefully, my only thing about that though is so the Liv is, I mean, stands for 54 hole tournament is what they're going to play on. In majors, you're a lot of requirements, and one of the biggest requirements is you got to play 72 hole tournaments. Yeah. To you know, get into those majors. So it's going to be interesting. Brooks Koepka today looks like he's going. Abraham Ancer said he's going. So, man,
what was that Brooks Koepka contract?
I haven't heard. I heard it was going to be around Bryson DeChambeau's, which was 145 million.
Big rivals right there.
So, and then they're kind of rivals. So they're gonna. That's going to be interesting.
What
but
team
I hear
is Brooks joining? Is he joining what's
striker? That's right. It's going to be interesting to see, especially after his press conference all last week, how he was like, I'm not going. He was kind of downplaying, and all of a sudden the day after he's...
So is the PGA stepping up their game and paying these cats more now?
PGA, what they did, they had a mandatory meeting this morning.
Tapping into that money bag?
Travelers Championship. They're
how deep are those pockets?
Well, supposedly now they're going to have 8 tournaments throughout the year, starting in 2023, that will host the top 50 FedEx Cup point qualifiers. and the purses are supposed to be like $20-25 million for those tournaments.
Wow.
Now, I see what they're doing. I mean, it's sad that it took Liv to do what they did to do this, but the one reason a lot of those players are going to Liv because they don't have to play as much. They're not having to play as many tournaments.
It's not a grind.
Right. Well, if you're going to take the top 50 of the FedEx Cup points to play in these tournaments, man, you got to play in a lot of tournaments to keep those points up to do this. So you're still going to play in a lot of tournaments to get these purses, but it's going to be interesting, I think, what's going to happen.
It seems like we're headed toward one day, a little foreshadowing, that there might be a WrestleMania Super Bowl of PGA and Liv players.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, and it looks like, because this was my always thing is PGA obviously is not going to side with them, but the European Tour, who's really on PGA Tour's their side, sounds like they're starting to lean Liv way, and if that happens.
So they're Italy, huh?
If that happens, man, it's going to be
switching sides.
It's going to be PGA's going to have a lot on their hand. And now in the Ryder Cup, I mean, that's one of my top 35 sporting events out there. About to change that a lot, man.
The new Ryder Cup is Liv versus PGA.
I mean, right? That's exactly right. And that's
like WCW and WWF.
But congrats to Matt Fitzpatrick on the U.S. Open win, though, man. I mean, that's a cool story. He won the USAM at that same course in 2013, and then come back and win the U.S. Open. That was his first PGA Tour win. His first win in America since he's been on the tour, and you win the U.S. Open. I mean, that's pretty awesome there, man.
So what about our local guy? Tell me
Sam,
how that played out.
He struggled on Sunday, man. He was in it, but also, man, this was his, I want to say, third or fourth major ever play in.
Really?
And man, you don't go into majors and start competing right away. It's a learning curve, and so I'm glad to see where he was at, on Sunday. Still had a chance. Didn't play well on Sunday, but that's okay. I mean, he's learning and getting better. Every major he's played in this year, man, he just keeps creeping up on that leaderboard.
What did he finish?
He finished
top 30, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I was thinking like 24 or something.
Around that 25 mark was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So.
He had a bad last round.
He had a bad last round, man. I heard him. And there were some guys that went low on Sunday that weren't in contention that wound up making themselves look like they've been in contention. That squeezed in that top 10, but they hadn't been in there all week.
Any more surprises from the tournament?
Man,
People didn't do as well as you think? Or?
Yeah, John Rahm. I really thought, before he made that double on Saturday on 18, I text y'all. I said, Rahm's going to be the guy to beat. Yeah. He won it last year. He's got no weakness in his game, but I think that double bogey on 18 Saturday hurt him, man.
Shook him.
I think it did. Yeah, he never bounced back.
Terrible
from
way
that.
to end.
Golly, it is.
In the day.
And then Zalatoris, man,
he's good.
Oh, he's phenomenal. He's been kind of a legend coming out of Dallas. Like before he even turned pro, he's the best ball striker you'll ever see. I mean, he's always had that kind of aura about him, and he is. He's phenomenal. But they say football's a game of inches. That dude's 2 inches away from winning back-to-back majors. I mean, that putt go in Sunday. I'm on the recliner leaning back, and I just trying to wish it in for him, but he's played well. He's got tied for second in the Masters. He lost in the playoff of the PGA, and he got tied for second in the U.S. Open. And he's never won a PGA Tour tournament. I mean, he just plays well in majors. He just kind of shows up for the big ones. And
he's relatively young, too,
very
right?
young. Bright future. Yeah, very bright future, man.
Him and Sam can have a little rivalry.
Yeah. Sam, I'm telling you, Sam is about to be a force. I mean, he's already won 3 times this year already, number 9 in the world. So, Sam's coming.
Up there in the money list.
Yeah, he's up there in the money list.
Future guest on the podcast, too.
Hopefully, future.
We're going to make that happen.
I'm going to try my hardest to make that happen.
Sam's got the fourth most money earned this year.
For an interview.
He's got the
fourth most this year.
Fourth most, really.
Jackson Parish Country.
Yeah, that's cool coming from a guy that just lives right up the road from us there. So, it's cool deal, man. That new 79 Thunderbird that he got delivered to him a couple weeks ago for winning the Colonial a couple weeks ago.
And it was a whole classic car.
Classic 79. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he posted some videos on Instagram when they were delivering when 18 we were delivered to him.
Yeah.
He's making some loops around Squire Creek, man. It was pretty awesome.
There ain't many of them around here.
That's one of those deals. Like, man, I don't even care about the paycheck for winning that thing. That car right there, you know.
You know what? If you own a house in Squire Creek, you got to be just rooting for this guy because price is super low.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But no, it was a great tournament, man. I enjoyed it. Scotty Scheffler again showed up, almost won it.
Would you say he choked? I didn't get to watch it a
No,
lot,
he didn't
but he was leading at times, and then I know he lost by a stroke.
He lost by a shot. U.S. Open, man, that's how it is. Got hot there early. I think he was 3 under after 5. You're gonna make bogeys in the U.S. Open, and down the stretch, I mean, he didn't hit bad shots, just didn't make putts when he needed to come down the stretch, and Fitzpatrick did, and Zalatoris did. I mean, Zalatoris really did nothing wrong.
I don't know. He didn't hit a shot by the stands or something.
His tee shot, he did. Tee shot wavered.
Maybe on Saturday.
But I mean, Fitzpatrick put the car's fine. Kyle just looked up the car.
I had to pull up a picture of the car.
I mean, his tee shots wavered. Now, Fitzpatrick put in that fairway bunker on 18, and when he did that, I said, because you could blow it right.
Right.
At the grandstands where they've been walking and everything, and there's no rough up there. There's no grass, and been fine. But he went the aggressive route, put in that fairway bunker, and put a very impressive fairway bunker shot off. Dude, when he stepped up and hit that shot, I was like, he deserves to win. Yeah. I mean, that shot right there is so difficult. He hit that people kind of, you get spoiled sitting there watching it on TV. Yeah, I mean, that's so, but he deserved it, man. I'm happy for him. He seems like a good guy. Me and my golf partner I'm playing tournaments with, he always gives me a hard time because it's like Fitzpatrick's a good dude, but I just don't want to watch him play golf. I don't like his golf swing. He chips cross-handed. He wears Skechers golf shoes. Like, I mean, he's just like there's nothing like at all. But I mean, he's a good player. I mean, you got to give it props to him, man. He showed up big, man, when it counted.
So we're not going to get sponsored by Skechers.
We're not. No, I don't think they're going to be very fond of us after tonight.
They got Joe Montana.
I saw a tweet. The other day. When PXG golf brand come out a few years ago, making clubs and stuff, it was supposed to be the hot best thing, whatever. And somebody tweeted out. They said, "Well, what world we come to?" When Skechers won a major before PXG won a major. Wow. But no, man, it was Skechers. I watched every bit of it all weekend long, man. It was a great watch. Good PGA.
So when's the next big tournament?
The next one
would the Open.
But the Open.
So is that September? You said
no, July. Yeah, July.
I know it's always close to school starting.
It's July 14th through the 18th. So that was at St. Andrews, where
the original.
Now
will there be less? Will there be less live guys now?
No,
same
amount. So we'll actually be a few more now since more joining to the live. So yeah, they're all qualified this year. They're not going to do anything to change that this year. They're going to see what will happen after that. Everybody's going to do what the Masters does. I mean, everybody just waiting for them to make the choice because whatever they do, they'll follow suit.
It'll be good enough for everybody.
Yeah, exactly. So no, that will be the next big one, man. And also, I don't know. We did our sports movies. The greatest game ever played. I know that originated from that course they played the U.S. Open at this week.
Did not know that.
Yeah, that's where that movie was filmed at. So
actually, the country club.
Actually,
right?
the club. That's when that's the flex there. It's the original one, first one ever in the USA.
Wow.
But Will Zalatoris, I don't know if you noticed his shirt. He had the movie. Oh shoot! I just went blank on his name. The one, the 1913, the amateur kid.
Golly, oh my gosh, you can't remember
Shia LaBeouf. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Shia LaBeouf. But whatever. Oh God, let's went blank on his name. Anyway, he had it on his shirt.
Francis,
yeah.
Oimet.
And his little 10-year-old caddy he had with him.
Yeah.
Man. Great movie.
I think that was Angus T. Jones in the movie.
Yeah.
I think so.
So, guys, Arkansas is up 9-1 right now on Auburn in the top of the ninth.
I think it's Arkansas and Ole Miss in the finals. I think they're the two best.
They're going to have to play each other, though, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah. I think so.
Is Arkansas in the losers bracket?
Well, Arkansas's in the losers bracket, though.
Yeah, they've already played.
They just Ole Miss just beat Arkansas Sunday.
We've got A&M and Oklahoma. They're playing each other next.
Right.
And then
they're in the loser bracket.
Arkansas will play the winner of
that. They'll play the winner of Because Ole Miss is undefeated.
They're the only. So is Oklahoma,
right? At Oklahoma, right?
Okay.
So
Arkansas has to play Ole Miss.
Oh, they will, won't they? I think
so it's going to be Arkansas and Ole Miss, and then Texas A&M, Oklahoma. Winners of those will advance. That's 3 teams that aren't ranked.
SEC
That's
West.
all I wanted.
SEC West is coming in hot.
And I think A&M, you called them the favorite before the tournament.
Yeah. I'm pulling for Ole Miss, though. God, I hate to say that.
Yeah, it feels weird.
It does. But I mean, I like the coach. He's an LSU catcher back in the day. You know, he was a big McDonald's catcher, so kind of hard not to pull for Bianco.
And is he Gorilla Ball national championship guy, or what? He called it all.
He was Ben McDonald's. You see, there's a lot of pictures been floating around with them two and stuff. And,
what is Ole Miss? Is it pitching their strength or?
I think they score runs.
Yeah, they
put up 17 the other day, didn't they? Or was that Arkansas that put up 17?
Arkansas put that against
Stanford. That's who it was.
Ole Miss won 13-5 last night, though.
I was shocked about that, though. I thought that was going to be a better game than that. Ole Miss was just playing so good, man.
Yeah, they just came in hot.
They just got hot. Yeah. I mean, they were preseason number 1 for a reason.
Have y'all seen the Jello shot board that's been going around on Twitter?
Yes.
That crap's awesome.
Stanford has like 75 Jello shots.
Yeah, and they're done because everyone's already went home.
Ole Miss has had like 7,000.
Yeah, Ole Miss and Arkansas are in like a 2-headed race.
Each Jello shot's like $4.50, I think it is. So that fella's made some money.
Yeah. I think the record coming in was like 2,900, and Arkansas beat that in like 2 days.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, 4 out of the 5 are from the SEC West remaining in Oklahoma, which
that's where the party's going to be.
It's going to be in the SEC, so I mean,
it's going to be Ole Miss and Arkansas, then Oklahoma, and the winner of Notre Dame, Texas A&M.
No, Notre Dame got beat today.
Oh, they did. Okay, so it's going to be that's right. A&M and Oklahoma.
Yeah,
should be interesting.
Oklahoma's trying to go for the softball and baseball national championship.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
Double dipping.
Yeah, it is pretty impressive.
Not gonna win no
Oklahoma
championship though.
Oklahoma softball is always.
They got to make it up somewhere.
Yeah,
always.
They're always
their
up there.
Softball teams always absolutely. They're always loaded, man. Always.
Anything else for college baseball you want to add in?
Well, speaking of baseball, man, I'm going to give a shout-out to the 7U All-Stars, man.
Hey, okay, right?
Yeah, went down to Glenmora. We hung up a bunch of points on
runs.
Runs. We scored several touchdowns.
With 7 goals.
Yeah. That's right. Coaches, it's all I come back with the
You got to explain the picture, man. The picture.
Of the
Landry, all the ground.
First of all, guys,
I
I asked Ray when he told me where they're playing. I said, Ray, they have ball fields down there in Glenmora?
Barely.
And Riley said barely. Yeah, he said we passed 2 nice complexes going down though.
That's right. Yeah, we got a cute picture online of my son catching, and the first picture he's reared back like a beautiful throw out to second or something, and the second picture he's laying face first in the dirt.
The ball in hand.
Yeah, still has the ball.
I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah. And I wish there was a cool story, like somebody ran into him and he got him out blocking the plate or something, and he just still held onto the ball. No, he just tripped.
What's that River Rock sand they brought?
Just tripped
Dude,
in the
I
sand.
saw another picture of
Sand
y'all's
monster got him.
pitcher laid out like that.
Yeah.
What was that?
I think the sand monster got him too, man.
But he laid there for a minute.
Yeah.
He worked Jackson Parish turf.
That's right, man. But they hung up some points against a tough Buckeye team. It ultimately came up short. It was our pitching that got us, though. It was Dusty Nomi, man. He had some strikeouts.
The juice, huh?
Yeah, he had some heat, man.
He's playing out of age division, right? He's
like
he is.
Couldn't
adjust to the low, small strike zone.
That's right.
Hey, I actually went to one of the games earlier this year because I wanted to see some of my buddy's kids playing, and Nomi was out there pitching to him, and his mom was sitting beside me there, and I tell you what, man, I felt sorry for Naomi. She was trying to get him pulled out. She was calling out for another pitcher,
Bring
man.
The righty. He does have a natural delivery for the kids, though. That gave us a huge advantage because he tunes into some of our podcasts.
Hey,
so I want to put that out there.
Hey.
Hopefully we don't lose a subscriber tonight.
That's right.
Don't worry, Naomi. I will not cross you over into the bleachers again.
And Nomi, You crossed up Nomi?
Oh, crossed him up in the bleachers,
a
man.
bunch of
Yes.
times.
How did I miss that?
Dude, he was just telling somebody that the other day, actually. Was at the
And
ball game.
He's going to be calling in just a minute to correct this story. I guarantee you.
I wish we were live so you could hear it.
Oh, dude, I'm telling you.
I will say, though, like, and this is totally local. If you're not local, you won't get it. But he was known in high school for his basketball play. But honestly, dude was a better baseball player than basketball player.
Really?
Yeah, he was always on base. You couldn't stop him from getting on base. You know,
On base percentage through the roof.
yeah, probably seriously, probably in the 800s. Easy.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So.
Interesting statistic.
cat could play.
Oh.
Peyton crossed him up in
Crossed
basketball.
him
so
up.
that's-
Crossed him up, man. Coach told Dusty, get off the court, man.
Hey, and Quitman did own Weston in basketball those few years. Yes,
Yeah,
that-
there's going to be an online debate about this. It's
Where you at, Weston? Let's hear it.
It's a storm.
Yeah, I'll bookmark this, the Dusty Know Me section.
Oh, please do. Yeah.
Yeah, ended his career. No,
He still has a limp.
that's why he looked weird on the mound for those
right.
kids, man.
He suffered for it.
That's it.
All right, so to transition to a little bit of NBA draft talk, it's coming up Thursday night.
Dusty Know
Number
not
one
be picked.
overall pick.
Yeah.
Who's it gonna be?
Number one, it sounds like it's going to be Jabari Smith.
I think it has to be Jabari. Who would I mean,
I would pick
Jabari.
Chet Holmgren.
No.
I think he's horrible.
Well, here's the
Let's
thing.
hear it.
I think Chet going to the Magic would be bad, but I'd kind of like the fit for him in Oklahoma City. I don't know that team's just getting built.
Don't they have Pokachevsky over there?
Yeah, but he plays point guard. He's 7 foot. But this
Dude,
is actually,
You think they're gonna go 2 7-foot ball handlers?
Go
and shit?
look at
Chance is
Orlando's
not impressed by
roster,
7-footers. We've
Orlando-
established that.
That's right. All Will ever did was be 7'1".
I mean, Orlando's whole roster's made of 6'8", 6'9",
Yeah.
6'10",
And like
guys.
Wendell Carter Jr., Duke guy, is coming off a fantastic year. He's averaging like 20 and 10, I want to say.
Yeah.
And that's their center or power forward really going
Because
forward.
Jonathan Isaac's still there, huh?
Mo Bamba.
Mo Bamba's still there.
They don't need
Franz Wagner.
Franz Wagner, that's right.
They just
I mean,
got him last year.
Yeah, and he was
Dude,
first team.
It'd be
rookie.
stupid to draft yet another center.
I mean, Jabari's going to be kind of the mold they've been drafting, but
Yeah.
he's a lot better.
He's going
player.
to be good.
And
Yeah,
Isaac
Jabari.
and Bamba are about to be on their way out. Like so, Jabari can be their new.
It's going to be
their new triad.
Jabari and Wendell show.
Dude, Jabari, I mean, I watch a lot of
And Cole Anthony.
SEC basketball, and Jabari, man, I mean, he's got it all.
Yeah.
I mean,
Except for in big games, whenever I had money on him, he always disappeared.
hey.
Especially at
So-
Georgia.
Everybody last year seemed to talk about how talented Orlando was, but I mean, they really did not put it together at all last year.
They never do.
So is that going to be in? You know, Orlando has a history of hitting on number 1 draft picks, but yeah,
That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
So I mean, do they finally put it together?
With the core they have now, I mean, Cole Anthony, Jabari Smith, Wendell Carter, I guess Markel Fultz still sticking around. I mean, that they have talent, but it's
They
going
don't
to take
have-
a couple years.
Yeah, and they don't have a guy.
There's still another
I mean,
draft
they're
or
going to
a
be
free
top
agent
5
away.
pick
And
next
Jabari
year
could
still.
be your guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the only one that's going to be the man.
He's going to be a guy.
Yeah, he's going to be a guy.
And
I hope he don't get down there and get lost in the shuffle, though.
yeah,
It's,
and
bad
they'll have the
organization.
cap room. You know, getting the top picks like that sometimes it attracts a guy that wants to get a big payday that he can't from his old team, and he gets going down there and gets a big role.
Yeah.
You know, even something like Jordan Poole.
Yeah, like a mid-tier guy like DeMar DeRozan from like
Yeah.
a year or two ago when he went to Chicago.
Like, it's not going to happen, but a young guy like Jordan Poole could go to the Magic.
He would
Magic
fit well
could
with
max
that.
him out and tell him, hey, you want to be the face of our franchise? It might not work, but when you have that much salary cap, you can try stuff like that. But yeah, I think it's going to go Jabari, number 1. Chet Holmgren, number 2, with the extremely young Thunder team that's just got
Who do you think's
riches
gonna be
everywhere.
3, though?
Paolo. I think that's the lock.
Paolo's an absolute lock there.
To Houston.
I think the top 2 were a toss-up either way.
Yeah.
And then I think Paolo's...
And I think you're probably right with the trade Houston just made to Dallas last week.
Yeah,
You know,
which was a really weird trade.
That's a weird trade.
Really
wasn't it?
weird trade
I
for
mean,
Christian Wood.
I don't really understand. I don't know. I didn't get a lot of that trade.
I think
and I
that
saw
there
where
was
John
like
Wall,
some bad in stuff with Houston and Wood. They didn't really mesh well. So they just got something and got him out of town.
I think Wood realized too that they're trying to freaking.
Yeah, they're trying to lose, literally.
Yeah, I mean, and then John Wall today I saw where he
opted into like $47.5 million.
Wouldn't he? Did y'all see the last 4 years how much money he's made? Yeah. He's played 40 games.
Yeah,
in total.
He's been so hurt.
Unreal, man.
I think this year he's supposed to be getting back into the game though, and they're working on some type of either buyout or trade or something like that from the Rockets.
Yeah, I saw a number on that because when he opted in, of course, people were freaking out about it and everything. And I want to say, if I can find it right quick, he's played 40 games in the last 3 years.
Yeah.
He made $38.2 million in 2019 to 20. He played 40 games the next year in 2021, made $41.2 million. He did not play this past year, made $44.3 million. So he just opted into $47.
Like $120 million. So now up to $160 million.
That's like $2 million a game.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. Wow.
Oh no, it's like 500,000 games, 82 games. So,
but I'm talking about games he actually played.
Oh yeah, for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's unreal. And I always kind of like watching him at Washington, man. I kind of always rooted for him. I always pulled for him, but he's the same way as Wood. I think he knows Houston's tanking. And
he's pissed.
He's been with Washington his whole career.
He's wasted his prime on two horrible teams.
Yeah, two franchises that are just.
And he was a former number one overall.
Well, I mean, he had the Wizards being semi-competitive.
Exactly, and that was all him though.
Semifinals runs, I believe.
And then he goes down to Houston expecting to have some help, and then nothing changes.
His injury was a freak incident too, I believe. I don't really remember exactly what it was, but
it was a freak.
And how old is he? Is he like 28 or 29?
No,
is he in his 30s?
He was a 2008 first round pick.
Yeah,
he's that old.
No, 08 was
He's almost my. I think he's almost my age because I watched him when he was in college. When I was in college.
He's been in the league at least.
He
10
came
or
in with
11
Boogie
years.
Cousins, right?
Yeah, 2010.
Okay, so he's probably.
It's 2010.
He's 30 then. 31.
Yeah, he's definitely in his 30s.
Yeah, 31, 32, something like that.
Yeah, he's still got some years left. He's got to change his play style a little
He'll be
bit.
32 in September.
That's right, yeah.
So, I mean, his legs should be fresh. I mean,
not a lot of miles on him.
My gosh.
That's right.
He's walking from the car to the arena to watch a game and walking back. I mean,
he's good to go.
He should be ready to roll, man.
Well, as far as the draft goes, my big question is for Clay, man. Who do you want your team to get?
You know, we're picking at 28, so it's getting a little rough down there.
Two questions, right? Who do you want them to get realistically, and who do you think they'll get?
The dream pick, in my opinion, is someone like E.J. Liddell from Ohio State. He's older power forward, 21 years old. He really reminds me a lot of Eric Paschall, who we got 2 or 3 years ago, and we developed him and be a really good player. And we need that backup big that can just come in, take some regular season minutes, and that's really it. Because whoever we draft at 28 is not going to play come May or June.
Yeah.
So it's just a guy that we can kind of rely on. And that's what I like with a guy like Liddell. He does a lot of different things, played good at Big Ten basketball. But I've been seeing a lot about this Jake LaRivia guy from Wake Forest.
Yep.
He's a little bit younger.
Like a stretch 4 guy.
Yeah, he's still a taller guy that we really need the size just because
obviously
of the question mark with Wiseman and stuff like that.
Don't sound like Looney's going to get guaranteed staying at Golden State.
I think he's going to stay. He loves the culture
It's
too
Iron
much.
Man Looney.
I think somebody's going to offer him a contract that he's not going to turn
They'd
down.
be. I love Looney a lot. They'd be wrong to offer him more than 10
Oh, they
million.
are, but you're going to have teams like an Oklahoma City or that's desperate right now for salary
So
cap
does he
space.
choose dynasty or money? You know.
Oh, he's going to go money.
Yeah.
He's never
I don't know.
never had a payday.
I think he's just the type of guy to take his $7 million and stay at home, win some more rings.
I don't know. You know,
Rings.
Hey, yeah.
He's
budget. You know, you got to set a budget.
Yeah.
A couple more.
with the amount of playing time that I was mad about he was
financial
getting in the,
plan.
play,
All
in the
that $7
championship
million.
series. I don't know, man. I'm just telling
But
you.
if he
And
goes to
knows
Oklahoma City,
he knows Wiseman's sitting there. He's thinking, okay, I already get my playing time taken away without Wiseman.
no, he's starting with Wiseman.
Wiseman comes in, so Draymond's not starting.
And hey, man, $7 million.
No, he's starting. If Wiseman's healthy, he's going to start over Wiseman. Wiseman will come off the bench. He'll come off the bench with Jordan Poole for like 5 games. And then Wiseman take
They did say rings.
$7 million
He
doesn't
did
go
say
very
rings.
far in California either.
Plural.
Like California's getting half that.
Yeah,
Your agent's getting a chunk.
I think Looney's gone.
If he goes anywhere, it's going to be the Kings, I think. Mike Brown just got hired there, and he got introduced today from
Big good culture guy. He's trying to bring in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
He talked about today. I want to bring in a winning
there.
culture.
Yeah,
And
that makes sense.
I think
They
Looney
need a lot
is-
more than a winning culture there. They need an answered prayer. As well.
I'm bringing in an
I was
exorcism.
just thinking about that.
Bring some sage and burn it.
Yeah, I think Looney is now tied for second in the NBA in rings behind Steph, Drake, Clay, LeBron, and Iggy.
Iggy's gone.
Yeah. So, I mean, Looney's got that winning experience. He can come in, just be a little mentor.
Iggy said on Twitter the other day that he said, hold on.
He's lying to himself. He was drunk still.
The dude dunks and then misses 2 weeks. Like, he's done.
Pride's hurt.
Yeah.
Did y'all see Clay? All his mishaps.
Oh my gosh!
Like
poor
dropped
guy.
his ring, his hat flew off. He took out an old lady.
Yeah, he was having fun yesterday.
He had a rough go at it at that parade.
Well, that was 3 years of pain that he went through.
He about to have some more pain when he ate pavement.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
He
you want to talk
smoked that
about
little
your Pelicans there,
Well,
Peyton?
before we get to the Pelicans, there is a very interesting thing going on with this draft. At number 7, they're mocking a guy named Shadon Sharp.
Yeah.
Who was supposed to go to Kentucky this year.
No, he went to Kentucky.
But he got ruled ineligible. Correct?
Right. Yeah. He practiced.
Yeah.
He practiced,
but he never got to play a
He
game.
enrolled early. He should have been in
So
high school this past year.
So he's basically just play intramural basketball, basically.
They were hoping he was going to be eligible by second semester,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't. But he practiced with them, and he was practicing with the intent of being the man next year. He was staying at Kentucky.
And he got basically told that you need to leave.
Well,
that's Coach California.
Why? Because he's going to be a top 10 pick and hasn't dribbled a ball past high school. I mean, can you blame him?
He's dumb if he doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, he goes out there next year,
Gets
blows his
hurt.
Achilles. That's career defining.
Yeah.
So
Man,
I mean, that's gonna be interesting.
You've seen that kind of success happen with guys like that. I mean, even Wiseman, he played 4 games at Memphis. You have Anthony Simons. He came out of high school, went like 20th.
Who was that famous guy that did it?
Emmanuel Moutier.
That's the guy.
Why was he ineligible though?
Grades.
Well, yeah. Look,
he didn't have to graduate early or something.
That's one thing I wish I knew more about how these basketball you can.
They just
reclassify all the time, but nothing.
But if he's a top 10 pick, whether or not, and obviously he's gonna opt in this year. He would have gotten NIL money though.
Yeah,
out the wazoo.
Especially at Kentucky.
Has that impacted any guys that were going to go in the second round? Have y'all heard?
No, because a guy that kind of surprises me that is leaving Duke is Trevor Keels. He had a great run at it through the ACC tournament and then into the NCAA tournament.
Well, he peaked game 1 of the year.
He peaked game 1, then he got hurt for like a month and a half. He peaked at Madison Square Garden. So
yeah,
out a lot.
He was the best player on the floor.
But he had a really good run, really built off of that short little stretch he had. And there was a lot of talk that he's going to go back to Duke and go back to school. Mm-hmm. And then he went to the combine and got told that you're ready, basically. But I don't think he is ready. And he's mocked at 32 right now. But I'm thinking about a guy like him. He looks so marketable, good-looking guy, young, built really well. He's like Zion, but 6'5".
But see,
and he could have got so much money, I think, out of that. But he's going to the NBA.
I understand why they want to top 4 to be the lottery for the money wise. But man, I'm sitting there. I want to be drafted in those 20 ranges. I'm going to be on a good organization, a good team, and I'm not going to have to carry the load.
Yeah.
You know,
you can ease into it,
and I can go in there and average 12, 13, 14, and they see my potential, and then I could get a big contract for somebody else. You know, I mean, instead of just
build upon that.
Yeah, to me, some of these guys are getting punished that they get. I mean, the Sharp guy.
Yeah.
Shannon Sharp. But,
he's got plenty of money.
I mean, the kid hadn't dribbled a ball since junior in high school. Okay.
Yeah.
He's about to get put. I say he's going to go probably top 5. I think somebody's going to reach.
They're going to take a flyer.
They're going to take a flyer on him because of what his potential is, and he's going to get to like Detroit or Sacramento, and you're gonna forget. You'll never hear about.
They're
him
bringing
again.
a winning culture to Sacramento.
Yeah, Looney, come on, Looney.
Make them get Looney. Don't doubt Loon. Come on now.
So but he's gonna be interesting. And kind of Clay talking about the Pelicans. I want him to trade the pick. I know that thing come out today with. Yeah, I mean because a few reasons. One, I think when Zion comes in next year, and I think he's gonna be ready. I think they're ready to be a 4 or 5 seed in the West.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do.
I see the picture of him today in the gym. He looks ready.
You realize Phoenix they're done beat if Zion plays.
You realize who all was missing this year? That are who's going to come back? Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers.
I don't
Jamal Murray and the Nuggets.
Do you trust Kawhi Leonard and the Clippers?
Kawhi Leonard will take out the Pelicans right now.
I've been trying. Yeah. When's the last time he's played?
When's the last time Zion played? Last year.
Hey, they made the playoffs without Zion.
The Clippers were right there.
They made the playoffs without Zion.
They beat the Clippers without Zion.
I mean, they don't need Zion to get the playoffs. I mean, the Clippers have to have Kawhi to even be relevant.
Yep, because Paul George.
Because Paul George ain't gonna beat him. You know,
Kawhi Leonard and Paul George versus Zion and Brandon Ingram. I'll take the Clippers.
Put some respect on Brandon Ingram's name.
I'll take the Clippers. He's not on there.
I like
George's
level. I like the core.
Oh, shut up.
I like the core that's being built with New Orleans than I do with that Clippers team.
Well, I mean, it's different because of the ages and everything.
Exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That's why I want to trade the pick because I don't want to bring another young kid in.
Where are they picking at?
8.
I want him to trade.
What are you going to get? What do you get for that?
They're saying Cam Johnson.
If Cam Johnson for Phoenix can come,
that's
I would
what
like that.
Like. I wanted them to get AJ Griffin with that pick, and that's what you want AJ Griffin to become. But with a nice spot up shooter, and Cam Johnson's already that.
Yeah, and I get. My thing is, you just drafted Murphy and Herb Jones last year.
Mm-hmm. Herb's legit.
And Herb's legit, and Murphy I think is going to.
Herb's not a shooter, and they need some shooting.
They need shooting bad
because Bi is really not a 3-point shooter either. He's more of a mid-range drive guy. They've got to have somebody out there on that wing.
CJ and Bi, that's all you got for a veteran.
So if you roll out a lineup of CJ, Herb, Brandon Ingram, Cam Johnson, Zion. I mean that's a solid lineup.
I don't think Herb would start. I think
Herb has to be out there to play defense because everyone else on that floor can't.
Yeah, but I think
CJ can't play it.
CJ,
he.
Whoa. That's why New Orleans changed.
Warriors have killed him multiple times in the playoffs.
That's
he's
playing with Dame, though. You can't hold that against
him. One of the best playoff performers ever. Oh,
Dame don't even know how defense is, though.
Neither does CJ. We killed them guys all the time.
I thought that too until he went to the Pelicans, man. I was shocked.
I know. I love CJ. He's a great offensive player.
I was shocked what he brought both sides of the floor. He brought intensity, though, man. He brought that veteran. What I'm talking about,
Alvarado dude is more of an impact defensively.
Alvarado is phenomenal. Yeah, man. He's hard not to love.
He's their Pat Bev.
Yeah, he is the new upcoming Pat Bev. Yeah, but I would love to. I love Bridges. I mean, but you can't afford that contract. Not that 4-year.
And they're not letting him go.
And they're not letting
second
him go.
in DPOY.
Yeah, they're not letting him go. I don't get the move for Phoenix.
No.
How does it make sense to me?
How does that making money?
Well, who are they after right there?
They're trying to sign DeAndre.
They're trying to extend him
because he's about to get
he's number 1 overall pick.
He's about to get a max, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
I guess that's
going to have to.
He's going to have to get it. But if they have the 11th pick, so you're going to trade up for the 8th pick. No, I'm sorry, I don't have what pick. Cam was picked in the 11th pick a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So you're telling me that you're going to lose that salary, but draft 3 picks higher and get a higher salary? I don't get that unless they're planning on another team wanting that 8th pick.
Yeah, I mean
they're trading it for
because it doesn't make sense for Phoenix to want to have that young guy come in and be on that roster.
That's absolutely.
That's not where they're at right now.
That's not where they're at. They're ready to win now.
Yeah, I mean they know CP3's he's gonna drain down eventually.
Yeah,
I mean he's getting close. He's got to be 36 or 37.
Yeah.
You know, and their window's closed.
He's 38.
He's older than LeBron.
He's done.
He is.
That's all I know.
Yeah, he's right there at LeBron. Because LeBron's 38.
He's whatever LeBron is for sure.
Yeah, the Pacific Division goes through San Francisco, and it always will. So I'll just say that.
And the Chase Center, huh?
Heck yeah, it does.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely. It's going to be like that, unless another injury happens or whatever.
Oh no, we got another 10 in us.
Oh,
10.
Wow.
We got a Dynasty 2.0 coming. I'm just telling you.
Oh, good God.
So a couple guys that I'm
Hold
high on.
on just a second. Hold on just a second. Hold on a second now. We're back to this. We're back to this Western Conference standings here.
Yeah.
So you're telling me Utah is going to still be a top 5 team?
No.
Depending on what they do this summer.
That is the definition of dysfunctional right there.
I mean, their coach just walked away.
They perform in the regular
They don't even know who
season.
the coach is now.
Donovan and Rudy, that's a good duo. I don't think they're going to be
They don't
together.
like each other.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be together.
Hate each other.
Yeah.
So maybe not Jazz.
No, Jazz are not going to be there.
Warriors will be
you
top
think
4.
Memphis is going to be there?
Yeah, they're going to improve.
I'll take that.
Improve. They were the 2 seed.
They're gonna continue to be better at basketball. Like all their guys are young.
I don't know.
I don't see them getting worse.
I see them on a playoff team.
Stand the same either.
You think John's going to get hurt?
I'm thinking that's coming, but I don't think because we're one injury away. They don't have a team after John's.
I think
they played better without him.
Yeah, they did play better without him.
But that's a short. We're talking a short.
You got to have for the length
He
of the
missed
season.
like 24 games this year, and they were like 18-4 without him.
I'm just telling you that you can ride that train.
Well, and
but
that's
eventually
also,
it's coming off.
Yeah,
the track.
they had Tyus Jones as their backup, and now he's
Duke
going to
legend.
go
Duke
get money
legend.
now.
Yeah.
Duke legend.
I don't really trust Dallas.
Depending on what they do.
They have just failed at building anything around
exactly.
Luka. I know they made it to the Western Conference
he
Finals, but it
carried
was Luka
them.
versus the world.
Were they the 4th seed?
Yeah, they were the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, and they tried Porzingis with them, which I thought was going to work, but they ended up not liking each other either. I don't think. Yeah, Porzingis is washed now.
Who fits with Luka?
I think he had to get a big.
Yeah, I mean Christian Wood, he's going to come in and help out a
Wood's
little
going
bit.
to help.
Somebody like a BI.
They got to have another guy that can score the ball.
BI.
Well, they're gonna keep Brunson, I believe, and that's going to help with taking some of the on-ball duties off of Luka. Mm-hmm. But really, it's just getting shooters. And Tim Hardaway Jr., he'll be back. That's going to help them out some. And you have Christian Wood, he'll help. But they need a defensive presence down low, I think. Mm-hmm. Crap, that could be a spot for Looney.
Oh, he fit well in that organization.
I mean, they tried it with taking Bogut from us in 2016. And
they tried to get DeAndre Jordan.
And Dallas should have some cap.
Yeah,
I mean, I know they got their money in Hardaway and Luka and who else?
Christian Wood's probably still on his rookie deal, huh?
No, Christian Wood's got money. He's like $18 million.
When he went to Houston, he got his money.
Yeah, because they didn't have anyone else to pay
when they traded him. That's right. I don't really.
The West, it's always competitive, and it's going to be next year.
Do you trust Minnesota?
No. I mean, Pelicans will be better than them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could see Pelicans be a 5 seed.
But the LeBron's not going to miss the playoffs again either.
He didn't miss the playoffs technically. He's in play-in. That's what I'm saying. I mean,
no, they missed the play-in this year.
Yeah, they made the play-in last year.
Yeah.
Oh, was that last year?
Yeah, they beat us, and
that's
they
right.
beat
That's
the
right.
Warriors.
That's right.
The Spurs were the last team to play in this year.
Spurs.
Peyton is not letting this 5 seed go.
No, they're going to be a
5 seed. All right,
struck a nerve.
Now, I mean, yeah,
Zion's got to play more than 20 games first. But
Zion's coming.
He's playing 82 next year, Clay.
Oh,
be ready.
He's going to play every other.
If he plays
probably,
if he plays every other, I'll take that. I'll take it.
I mean,
I'm telling you.
Give me 41 games.
They
him
beat
averaging
Phoenix.
25 and 10.
Yeah,
you can't tell me it's not going to help them win at
Absolutely.
least 35 or 36.
And another
games.
full year with CJ in the loop now. I'm telling you, man. And
It looks good in them gym
had
pictures
those
put on
3 rookies
Facebook.
get another year under their belt.
That West is tough. That's all I know. It's tough.
I can't wait to find out.
The West is not tough as it used to be.
There's a lot of guys that were injured that are coming back.
All them stars have been going to the East here lately.
So my question is who is going to build the best Dirty Boot Sports all-time NBA team?
Oh, it's going to be me.
Yeah.
Because we gotta draft that.
Without a doubt.
Riley, I saw Railey write down Looney for his center over here.
Peyton's jealous.
He wrote an Iron Man Looney.
Peyton will be the 5th seed for sure. Yeah. And Clay will argue with him why he did not get any better.
So guys, we're about to start our all-time NBA lineup draft.
It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be fun. We originally were gonna go just a starting 5, but since we're down a man, we're gonna go with a 6th man to spice things up.
Yeah, might as well.
That could be fun.
Yeah, you need a bench player.
And that's any business. I mean, whatever
You
you
need
want
Larry
to do.
Bird off the bench. Play 12 minutes or something.
He's not in Clay's top 10, but you know.
He is.
But same format as last time. I got 5 cards right here. I'm not going to pass them out. Y'all are going to grab them. Whoever gets ace gets to pick what pick he wants first, and then 2, and so on and so forth.
So ace gets Michael Jordan.
Ace probably gets Michael Jordan if they want the first overall pick.
Michael or Kobe?
Same guy, it looks like. Oh, I got the ace. Look at there.
Oh. Who said Michael or Kobe?
Oh.
I guess I'll take number 1 overall.
All right.
Wait.
All right.
And I'm number 2. So what does that mean?
Which pick do you want?
What pick
2
do you want?
through
I
5.
definitely want number 2.
All right, take it.
Yeah.
Who's 3? Peyton?
Yeah.
You want 3 or?
Give me. We're snaking this, aren't we?
Yeah.
Give me 5.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Ah, absolutely.
I'll go 4 with my 4th pick. So Kyle,
gets
you've got
third.
3.
You're stuck in the middle.
Hey, man. This is the second time in a row I've drawn the worst card.
Something
Cards
against
are
you.
stacked
No.
against
You'll have an easier decision, bud.
All right.
Yeah, you know.
No, this is actually going to be a tough pick right here.
All right, champ.
You're on the clock.
Yeah, we got Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
No, really?
It's
Yeah,
okay.
it's out.
All-time draft.
Man, Chase, we haven't
Michael
started the
Jordan.
clock yet, man.
I mean, he might turn out to be Greg Oden, but I got Michael Jordan.
We can't make this a
Can
man.
we trade or anything? 6 pick?
I'll give you my 5th round pick.
Michael Jordan. Just a couple things about
Why?
him.
Yeah, why would you pick Michael?
First off, he is the GOAT, so that's one thing. 6-time NBA champion, 6-time Finals MVP, 5-time NBA MVP, 10-time first-team NBA All selection, 9-time first-team defense. So he gets it done on both ends of the court, obviously.
Big time gambler.
And off the court. Yeah, he does it on and off the court.
You didn't mention his baseball skills.
I did not mention that. I did not mention
What about his
that.
golf skills?
But speaking of his baseball skills, he did take a couple years off, and he still finished number 5 in total points.
Yeah.
Number 3 in assists, surprisingly, because you don't really think about Jordan passing the ball. You think about him scoring. And then
He has some pretty good guys to pass.
here's something he can always brag about. He has 2 different three-peats. So
Yeah.
But he sucks as an owner.
Without
he does suck as an owner, but he's a billionaire.
Can't be
so
good
he
at
can-
everything.
and he's,
Tell him that.
it is amazing that he can't get the Bobcats just to be.
The Bobcats.
But guys, winning as an owner is not necessarily winning.
Yeah, it's not
championships.
his fault.
That's not how you make money.
The Bobcats.
That's how irrelevant they
That's
are.
how irrelevant they are. Nobody
Don't even
knows
know
when the
their names
mascot
anymore.
changes.
They've been in San Diego Chargers.
They probably should go back to the Bobcats. They weren't any. It's not any worse than the Hornets.
So, Railey, you going Larry Bird, number 2 overall?
No, I'm going to go for a reach.
Reach.
No, I'm just picking. No reach, guys. Yeah, I kind of thought about going Kobe, but Kyle gave me this look of disgust. I'm kind of scared.
You might better go Kobe.
Ah, man. Surely I can come back and get Kobe in the second, huh?
He's watching us right now.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna not make Kyle mad. I'm gonna make Chance mad. I'm gonna fill my center position. I'm going Wilt Chamberlain, baby.
Yeah. Wilt, man.
That dude's overrated. Okay?
No, he's not overrated.
Not even
6'8" fellas.
Not even my number 1 center.
Okay.
What?
6'8"
Not either.
fellas. I got him at 4
Keem
for
Olajuwon?
center.
So, hey, guys.
4.
Let's break this down for you. So Chance thinks Wilt's overrated because he didn't play anybody his height. So I want to ask Chance. So Shaq apparently is really overrated because he didn't play nobody his weight.
That's completely different than basketball. It's not like he's playing D tackle against running.
The
back.
reason
Wilt
why
Chamberlain was one of the greatest athletes of all time.
On and off the floor, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
In the bedroom.
Horizontally, vertically.
Hey guys, I mean Railey tries his move sometimes on Wilt's.
But
Hopefully not
like,
with 20,000 women.
The dude was a freak athlete. Freak athlete.
Definitely a freak, yeah. All right,
Yeah,
next.
his field goal percentage was 54%, just to throw some stats
Ray,
out there, man.
Ray, you're getting a stink eye from me, not just because you talked about picking Kobe over MJ, but also because who you're going to make me pick here is somebody that I can't
I was about to say,
stand.
please let him go 4.
You got to.
I
have to pick
can't.
him.
I can't stand
You
LeBron,
have
but
to
I
pick
have
him.
to pick
You
LeBron
have to
here.
pick him.
Okay. You got to
I
Have to
mean,
pick him.
realistically,
If you're dumb if you don't.
If you're talking about the greatest careers of all time, you could make a case for LeBron.
Absolutely.
The dude's
Thank you
just
for
been
admitting that.
a staple.
Yes.
Of
Takes a big man.
I have to. He's not the GOAT. That's MJ because MJ's a killer. He's got more killer instinct than LeBron does. But LeBron, I mean, he's been the standard of the league. Been the best player because he played way more seasons.
Hey, that's not LeBron's fault. MJ, he didn't really care about basketball that much. Apparently.
Hey, MJ went 1. Okay, LeBron's going 3. So, but you know, I can't deny it. He's got to be picked there. There's no way he's not. Yeah.
Something about LeBron that has always stuck out to me, especially here recently. This dude has been in the absolute spotlight since the age of 18.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's handled it well.
Besides
16.
taking politics...
16. I remember watching him in high school when I was in school.
Taking politics out of anything, any discussion, he's done nothing wrong off the court.
I mean, he's...
the dude's a dad.
He married his high school
sweetheart. He had one wife. I mean, he
has done
made
nothing
Taco
wrong.
Tuesday what it is.
Yes,
he has redefined Taco Tuesday.
Yeah, some real appropriation going on there.
Another thing,
seriously,
he gets all his friends jobs. Like Maverick Carter and stuff like that.
Like his best friend from his childhood.
I mean, we call that nepotism.
It's nepotism, but it's also looking out for where he came from.
But honestly, the dude's been a staple of the league. He's lived up and exceeded the hype, which you can't say that about.
There's
really
been busts. Busts. I mean, he never
more
was.
likely they're going to be busts.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no one's had as much hype as him in like any sport ever.
He might have exceeded it.
Yeah.
Oh, he absolutely did.
He might become the all-time leading
scorer. He was
this
the
upcoming
face of
season.
everything when he was in high school.
Yeah.
I mean, the man was just
he got called the chosen one.
He's adopted the Tom Brady, concept of taking care of your body, extending your career.
Big time.
And the fact that
he's slowing down,
that he's as explosive as he is at his height, at his weight, at his age, is insane. Because Tom Brady ain't more explosive.
No.
So you think about that, for football, for quarterbacks, the deal is to get more flexible, less injury prone, to extend that career.
Get more offensive linemen on pay cuts.
That's right. LeBron is explosive, and that's his game. And to me, and I'm a casual fan, but he never had to adapt his game to his age.
He's never really been hurt either.
Well, he's gotten better as a shooter.
He had that one injury.
It wasn't like an ankle.
It was
He's never torn an ACL, meniscus, or
he's been down on the floor a few times. And I thought he was done.
It was the first year.
But he was okay.
You hoped he was.
Especially when
I thought he was done. The faces he was making, he had to get carried off.
Look,
he was okay.
When he has, you'll see him watching games, and he rolls an ankle, you're like, God, he's done.
Yeah.
And he just ties his shoe tighter and just keeps going, man.
Busts his head on a camera under the goal.
Yeah.
Still plays.
It's impressive, man.
Yeah, he's a freak.
He's a freak.
And it's kind of sad.
And he can guard all 5 positions.
It's
he can
sad
play
we
all
have to
5
kind of
positions.
defend him and prove why he's so good.
It makes me
Well, he does
Because look, guys,
he could be polarizing to some, and I think they're haters.
But see,
I'm glad Kyle has admitted
I'm a hater. I'm a hater.
Yeah. See,
I didn't hate him his entire career. I can't help but admire what he's done, and when I talk about him, I can't talk badly about his game.
No. Yeah.
The only thing I can say is he's not quite the killer that guys like MJ, Kobe, even Bird were, but that's a tiny complaint compared to all the other attributes that he does have.
Because when I look at athletes, I'm looking at them from a court, from a field. I don't care that.
And I can say the same thing.
Yeah,
I can say the same thing about Peyton Manning.
Eliminate that.
Like Peyton Manning doesn't have the killer instinct that Tom Brady has.
Ooh, what?
Yeah,
I don't want to get into that.
No, that's totally different
for
sport.
Our NFL draft.
It's totally different sport. But no, in the playoffs, Peyton, I've seen Peyton fold. TB12, not so much, but. And I'm not a big Tom Brady fan, just like I'm not a big LeBron fan.
Throwing tablets on the sidelines and everything.
But he's got to be picked there. I thought Ray was going to go with him at 2, and I was actually going to probably go with.
Well, yeah, because now I went with the guy who had higher points per game.
Wow.
Average.
Well, yeah, he scored 100 because he's playing nobody.
And also, LeBron,
I was guarding him.
LeBron's been with one woman, Wilt's been with 20,000. So
yeah,
he's got to be the better basketball.
He's my hero. He could be my dad.
Okay, I'm not even going to say anything. All right.
And one more thing about LeBron. If you want to learn more about him, watch the More Than a Game movie. it goes from his.
Don't watch NBA Jam 2. Is this not
Space Jam 2?
Yeah, there you go.
Nintendo. He's on fire.
He's on fire. He jumps up out of the sky.
They should bring that back. With LeBron. No, they shouldn't have brought Space Jam back. No, that's horrible.
All right,
so, Clay.
I've got the 4th pick. I'm gonna go Steph Curry.
I'm
sorry.
That's a reach. That's a reach if there ever was.
Cannot believe you picked that.
I had to.
I'm glad you did.
Because
he was on my tier 3. No,
he's not even on my list.
No. I have him as the number 4 point guard.
Excellent pick, Clay.
Whoa, now.
And time will prove this true.
I'm trying to build my lineup, and I don't feel great about the point guard depth. So I'm going to take the best point guard of all time, Steph Curry.
Whoa. Best of all time at point guard?
You ever heard of Magic Johnson?
That's it. That's my pick next. We're just going to get that out there since you left Magic on the.
You getting Magic?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, you got to.
All right. No, go back to. No, we're going to let Clay finish.
Yeah, we got to cook on. We got to let Steph cook on. Greatest shooter of all time.
Absolutely.
Greatest shooter of all time. Yes. He's become a better defender over the years. That was the hole in his game. Yeah. He was a little injury prone early on, but when the Warriors became a dynasty, I mean, he's
literally made the Warriors the Warriors.
Yeah. He is the Warriors.
Yes.
MJ was the Bulls. Steph is the Warriors.
What I hold Steph above Magic on, it's hard to literally look at accolades and say, oh, Steph's better than Magic.
Oh, it's impossible.
But Steph's got a couple more years left. I think by the end of his career, it's going to look a little bit closer. Mm-hmm. What I'll really hammer in on, with a point guard, you want them to come in and take your franchise and like change them. Magic was on that team when the Lakers won a championship. What was it, 3 years ago?
So that was his fault.
No, but I'm saying Magic came in. No, Magic came into a team that was already established.
Yeah.
And it wasn't as hard for him.
Steph had to build.
Steph came to a team that had no success since like the 70s.
Yeah, you got to admit that the Golden State.
They had a few of the Baron Davis days.
Well, yeah, they won a playoff series.
Yeah, James Richardson.
Magic had Kareem on his team. Like, what are we doing?
That was as organic of a dynasty as you can possibly have.
Well, and speaking of Magic had Kareem, like back kind of to the LeBron topic, I kind of get mad when people say he might build an all-star team. Back in the day, that's all it was all-star teams. Yeah, Boston and Lakers had everybody. I mean, that's all.
But wait, they didn't. You think about how they built those teams.
It was drafts mostly.
Now Kareem came from.
They all moved. Yeah,
but the Celtics.
Charles Barkley bounced around. I mean, there's a lot of them that used to bounce around. The Celtics didn't though.
Celtics they drafted those guys, right?
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah.
But a couple of the bench guys were.
Besides Kareem, though. Besides Kareem, I think the Lakers are pretty organic. James Worthy, Jerry West, like those cats.
Elgin Baylor, all the Laker greats were usually drafted. Besides, Magic and LeBron.
But also back then, though, you do that, but they didn't free agency. I mean, they weren't getting offers by other teams. So they stayed.
No, the Lakers, Jerry West, and them were playing like little pickup games in parking lots to boost, to get people to come.
Yeah, so I mean, it's different back then too. I mean, they're not
big difference.
Yeah, because if Jerry West was sitting there and somebody offering him,
and to
money
me,
they're getting offered now.
And to me, I think the super team narrative doesn't do anything but boost Steph's legacy, because they were the super team without.
Well, he won 2 rings with KD though.
He did, but he didn't need them. Now
we could have won the rings.
He didn't need them, and you can say that now. You might not have been able to say it before this championship, but I think you can say it now.
Yeah.
And do they win 2? Maybe not 2, but they're going to get 1 in that.
They could have got 1.
Yeah. And it's not like it was KD or nothing. It was KD or another really good small forward.
And I think they should have won.
And I'm not taking away from the Warriors championship this year, but I felt like the whole league in general was a little down. Like, I mean, the playoffs didn't excite me like I normally do, and I don't know if it's just because there's not.
I think we're coming back from the COVID.
I think it is. It's a COVID lull.
Linger. Yeah.
There was and there was a lot of guys that were out.
But there was a lot of guys that were out. Yeah. I mean, you had your stars were
like the Heat didn't have Kyle Lowry.
Yeah. So I mean,
he came back,
but he was not the same person.
Bucks missing Chris Middleton.
Missing Chris Middleton.
Clippers weren't even in it because they didn't have none of their stars.
The Nuggets didn't have Jamal or Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah. So I mean, there's.
Speaking of worldwide pandemics, I think we need to get on to your pick, as he had ended up with
that was his greatest victory.
Big
Magic
virus
Johnson.
himself.
I mean, it's magic.
It's terrible.
I mean, I really
segue, Kyle.
I'm sorry. I really didn't think he'd be there. Like, I am shocked that that he is there.
I couldn't be the biggest Warriors fan in Louisiana and take Magic over Steph.
True.
I get that.
I knew you were going to take Steph.
I had to.
I mean, he's the best point guard.
I mean, outside of, I think you would have taken him at 3 because if LeBron would have went where he should have went.
Yeah, that was my game plan. If MJ and LeBron weren't there,
sorry, Ray.
You wanted Will.
Hey, Ray.
You wanted Will, man.
No, I didn't tell you. I'm not going to tell you who I wanted because
He wasn't
still
in
out
danger
there.
of coming to my team.
But go ahead, Peyton.
Chance, you just stick with Looney over there.
Peyton, you got to snake it, man.
So I got Magic. Man, I'm telling you, my whole game plan was thrown off.
You got to handcuff him here, don't
Well,
you?
I mean, Magic wasn't.
You got to go green.
I've gone back and forth with.
This has happened in real life. Like,
ooh, man. Give me, give me Kobe.
dang it.
Yeah, I mean, it's got to go there.
Blending two different eras.
Well, yeah, I mean,
they're not going to mesh well, are they?
I don't think they do mesh well.
Unless Magic just says, here's the ball, and he gets out the way.
I don't think they mesh well, but
I don't know, Magic. I think they can mesh well. I think that'd be a pretty nasty backcourt.
yeah. They'd be the nastiest.
That would be
Nasty boys.
That would be a new. Yeah, they'd have their own saying for that team. I wanted to go center, but I think there's a couple that's going to be there when it comes back to me.
Center's kind of deep.
Yeah, and power forward's deep.
Maybe I should have went center.
Ray's like, there's going to be a run on center. I got to get Wilt.
We're going to get left with
That run is coming in the third round.
Ray obviously hasn't watched basketball in the last 10 years. Center position, it's
Non-existent.
It's no longer.
And hey, it really, dude, I'm looking.
Your
like,
center's not going to be
I don't
Wilt.
have a
I'm telling you that right now.
I don't have a modern center on my list. I mean, well, I guess if you're considering Shaq,
is pretty.
But I don't know.
That's the closest.
That's the closest thing to modern.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean, you can
go
go
stuck with a guy like that.
I mean, David Robinson. But
So
I mean,
let's give Kobe his due and talk about him. And when I say killer instinct, man, I'm thinking Mamba mentality. MJ killer would cheat his grandma out of a point if he could.
That's right. I mean, you hear the stories, man, of him just. I mean, his own teammates. You know, he would.
He wanted one thing.
That's right.
He wanted to win.
He wanted to win.
You know, he would tell Shaq to his face, dude, if you would have worked out, we'd have won more rings.
Could you imagine if that would have worked out?
Yeah.
I mean,
If the Orlando Shaq would actually have been there.
Yes, dude.
Or just a Shaq that took care of his body over the years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Shaq never took care of his body, and look what he did. Yeah. Still, I mean, you know, he was still a force.
Top 10 guy all the time.
But Kobe, man, he's hard. Kobe is one of the players I grew up not liking, was not a fan of at all. Mm-hmm. And the older I've gotten and the older he got, I realized how good he was.
Yeah, maybe you didn't like the arrogance.
I didn't like the arrogance.
Rubbed you the wrong way.
It rubbed me the
But
wrong
now
way.
you understand
But I
why
realized
he was
why,
there.
because that's how he was built.
I didn't like Kobe early either.
I hated
rooted
Kobe.
for the Spurs. Just
I'm a big Spurs guy. I was a big Duncan Ginobili part. I mean, I was huge.
That was
Spurs
Quitman
fan.
High School's identity.
Yeah, yes, that's exactly right. I love the Spurs. I love
Everybody
Pop,
did.
and they always had that rivalry with Kobe and the Lakers, and when Kobe and Phoenix played back in the day, I always pulled for Phoenix with Nash and Sean Marion and Stoudemire. I just hated Kobe, but now I realize, golly, I didn't realize how good I had it watching Kobe.
Yeah,
that's pretty much how.
And it kind of sucks that it's too late.
Yeah, that's exactly right, man. You just didn't. And I know obviously he took a lot of shots, but his last game, when he scored the 60.
That's one of the most memorable basketball nights for me because that was going on as the Warriors were winning their 73rd game. So I was flipping back and forth watching Kobe.
I was
put up
texting
60.
buddies. I'm like, am I really watching it?
It's insane.
Yeah, I stopped what I was
Ice
doing.
bags on
Turned it
every
on.
part of his body.
Yeah,
absolutely, man. I mean, he just
every
had
star
that.
in the world was in that building that night.
He strapped him up, man. He was ready to go.
And he went out in a way. I know that they didn't have a lot of success in his final years, but he went out in a way that was better than the way Jordan went out, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wish Kobe would have. I mean, obviously, I'm sitting here and
he had something left in the bag, but gave you that much on his.
I wish
final
Kobe
year.
wouldn't have took all that money his last 2 years and tried to help him out, but I think he realized the organization was going to mess it up anyway.
Yeah.
so he didn't care.
He just wanted to play.
Just take the money and to 2 years.
And I think he wanted to finish as a Laker too.
Yeah, and I know he wanted to.
And that
finish as a Laker.
20-year mark, he hit that.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, so, dude, just unbelievable.
Gone too soon, man. That one, when I watched the news,
That's one of those things you remember where you were at when it happened. I remember
that living room couch downstairs.
I mean, when that,
especially
when
when it was his girls on board and they're going to a game, and it's just like,
and there were so many different rumors. At first, you're like, oh, it's the whole family.
Yeah, it was
stuff
it was
like
everything
that. Like,
going on. That's right.
And the dad and me is what kind of tugging my heartstrings.
And people forget too. Like he come out of high school.
Yeah, he was young when he was on the scene.
Come out of high
18.
school and thought he was going to be a bust. I mean,
he was like the 13th pick.
He was and he was terrible year one. And he just kept working and grinding and working, man, and just
instant comparisons to Jordan.
Yeah,
early on,
he was
that he failed to measure up.
Back to LeBron, had all those. Kobe had some of those same coming out.
But he was such a dude though that he welcomed that.
Oh yeah,
he chased it. I mean, MJ talked about how he just wouldn't leave him alone. Like, dude wouldn't stop calling him and like ask him, hey, what I need to do here.
And you're in LA of all markets too.
Yeah.
I mean, you survived that relatively unscathed.
And another thing that we haven't talked about with him is how intelligent the guy is or was as a person. Like super high IQ, spoke multiple languages.
Incredible work ethic.
Yeah.
Body armor.
Yeah, I mean businessman. Like the dude was a total package.
Absolutely.
So
even won an Oscar.
That's right.
Loving basketball. Yeah. I mean, no, not loving basketball.
Hey, and did y'all ever
say where is he? Did
y'all ever watch some of the details?
Somebody.
The ESPN Plus, the details.
Yeah,
dude,
he had his own little TV show
that's
too.
Phenomenal.
I love details, man. Him and Manning breaking it down.
When Kobe was watching film.
Yeah,
I'm a geek when it comes to that. I can sit there and watch it all day, man. Great stuff. But
you've got a killer team.
Hey, I like my lineup. I like my lineup.
All right, so I've got the best 3-point shooter of all time on my team at the point. So I'm gonna go with the most dominant force in the paint of all time with Shaq.
To get all of Curry's misses, huh?
Yeah.
y'all gonna make me do it, man. We're gonna pick the guy who's gonna
What
pick
is his
first.
free throw percentage?
Who, Shaq?
Yeah.
Oh, Steph will make up for it.
It'll balance out.
The end of his career, man, they were just hacking him. Shaq, man.
Well, teams work around that now by just literally taking people off the floor.
It's amazing his free throw percentage could never be better.
I think it had to do with his hand size, man.
You say that, but look at Dirk and Kevin Durant and all of them now. I mean,
you seen where he when he grabs a ball of water, it just looks like.
Oh, I know.
It's common.
And they say in like warm ups and stuff, he could actually shoot pretty well.
So it was all mental.
And it was all mental. They have said that he could shoot before.
Kind of
it was like Barkley's golf shot.
Kind of the yips. It's like yips and putting and stuff.
Probably been told so much that you just can't do this.
So you got Will's outdoors. I mean, he had some yips and putting. I think it's
Roy McAvoy. He had the yips.
Yeah. I think it's some of that, but I mean, just a dominant.
LSU great.
Man.
Mm-hmm. Dr. Shaquille O'Neal.
And his
the big Aristotle. That's
the
my
big
favorite.
Cactus. I mean, you go on for all the teams he was with.
It's hard not to love Shaq. Like everything he does.
Nothing. You never hear one negative thing come from Shaq.
He does so many different things, and it's just always positive.
And man,
he never spent a game check either.
I feel like
he's lived off his endorsements his whole career.
And I remember like in 6th grade he got married, or maybe little. I was little, and it made the news. He changed his vows instead of from richer to poor or whatever. It was for richer or richer. and how cocky, right? But he's lived up to that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a solid businessman.
And
too.
Dude,
he's not good in the movies though. What was that superhero movie?
Shazam,
man. He was good at that.
He had a rap album in like 91 or 2.
Kazam. He was good in that. Yeah, I thought he was. Yeah.
It wasn't on your list.
You were 6 when he came out.
But yeah, I mean, and dude, he the stories you hear about what he does off the court, like for families and
and back to talking about him on the court, like a guy his size in his prime shouldn't have been able to move like that. They're like the sheer physics around that. Like it's insane that he was as quick as he was. Yeah,
broke goals. Dude, that's stuff that you just will never see again.
But I can't believe y'all are gonna let me pick this guy in
Larry?
the second round.
Oh,
No.
Larry?
No.
Oh, Uncle Larry's not
No.
here?
The number one scorer all time, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Okay.
For at least one more year.
Yeah. And,
Yeah, that's
well,
got
it
to
wouldn't
be
matter
gone.
because I got the number 2 guy, too.
That is true.
If it works out, I might get the
Got a
number
lot
3
of
guy.
points on your
Hey,
team.
Kyle's not worried about defense.
6 NBA titles, 2 final MVPs, 6 MVPs, 10 All-NBA first-team selections, 19 All-Stars, 5 all-defensive first teams. Cat can play defense, too. Number 1 in scoring, 3rd in rebounds and blocks.
Yep.
45th in assists, 107th in steals. So
Most-
he is
Most
the
unguardable shot of all
And
time.
I'm about to say, the
Stoppable
most
shot.
important thing
Yeah.
was the scout.
Yeah, the dude obviously is before my time. I don't remember even watching the guy play, so I've only ever seen him from highlights. But I mean, there's a reason why he's in the GOAT debate. And honestly, if LeBron wasn't there, which I thought when he said he was going center, I thought Ray was going to take Kareem.
I probably
He took
should.
Will.
Hey, Ray's a real good stats. He's like, whoa.
I will definitely trade.
So Ray might trade me his next 2 picks for Kareem and Will. But
And something else Kareem did, I don't know if y'all have watched Full House, but we were talking about Bob Saget earlier.
Yeah.
He helped Uncle Jesse become like a good basketball player. He helped him win a 3v3 tournament.
He was in Enter the Dragon.
Enter the
man.
Dragon.
Yeah, he's in all kinds of movies.
Bruce Lee kicked his butt.
I
but,
think
you
he
know.
was legit student of karate,
He
friend
was,
of Bruce
yeah.
Lee. Yeah.
Wow.
And he was a 4-time college champion, I believe, at UCLA as well.
John
Lou
Wood.
Alcindor.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was an easy pick for y'all. Y'all are making it easy for me right now. So
Yeah, that's a good team. We
LeBron.
We'll see how you do later.
What's crazy is all the Lakers that have already gone.
Yeah.
Think about that.
1, 2,
And you still got the logo out
3, 4,
Yeah.
and 5 if you count LeBron.
Logos in the yeah.
That's Railey's pick to go with Wilt.
Hop in your time machine, guys. We're going all the way back. 1970.
Taking you back.
Hey,
This guy is the logo.
Kyle said it a bunch tonight, man. It's all about killer instinct. And there was no guy scarier on the court than Larry Bird, baby. That's what I'm going with,
Man.
Let me just read you some of his accolades real quick. Larry Bird, 12-time All-Star, 10-time All-NBA, 3-time All-Defensive Team, 3-time MVP, 2-time Finals MVP. He was the Rookie of the Year, of course, and a 3-time NBA champion. Lights-out shooter.
And the dude,
he's going to put you away.
Shots.
He's going to put you away.
He called his shots. He would, he'd be like, "Hey, dude, I'm gonna take this 3-pointer in this corner."
Yeah.
And I'm about to do it. You're not gonna stop me. And he did.
Yeah.
3-point contest. He said in the what did he say in the locker
Walked
room?
in the locker room and was like,
Was
"Yeah,
who's playing for second?
Yeah, who's
tonight,
playing for
I think
second,
is
Yeah. Super cocky, man.
Yeah, obviously I wasn't
The hick-
alive
the
back
hick
when he
from French
back
Lick.
when he played, but
Awesome nickname.
but I love watching on the NBA channel. They'll play a lot of those old games, man.
And dude, one of my favorite Bird quotes, and I'm not gonna do it verbatim because I'm gonna chop it up a little bit. But he told him, he's like, "Dude, you got a white guy guarding me? That's an insult to my game. Dude, I don't care who you put on me. Don't put the white guy on me."
Yeah.
So
yeah, man, I that's a great pick there. That'll help your Wilt pick out a little
no,
bit.
Wilt's
Wilt's not bad.
Wilt's
dude.
up there, bro.
somebody in
I mean,
this
Chance,
decade.
get somebody. Chance, he dogged mouth Wilt pretty bad before we started this podcast tonight, guys, and I think that got Railey fired up.
Shook.
And he wanted to show him.
Yeah, second overall pick.
Yeah.
So Chance, who you gonna pair with the GOAT?
First guy I'm going to pair with him.
Oh yeah, we're on Snake. He gets 2.
Yeah, I got 2.
That's why I went.
It's kind of scary.
Dude, there's good
Take your
names.
6th man.
It's starting to
I
get
really might
interesting.
take my 6 man. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I might. You never know. First guy I'm gonna take is Dirk Nowitzki.
Ooh.
Reach. That's a reach for sure.
Dirk
I was thinking him for
Nowitzki.
6.
The first power forward off the board.
First power forward. I jumped the big fundamental.
Ageism.
It probably is a little bit age. Well, I watched Duncan.
Well, I say that.
I watched Duncan.
We watch a lot of these guys, really.
Yeah.
Power forward.
I've watched all these people.
Yeah.
But Dirk, you can't deny.
He's better than KG.
I think he's better than KG.
Yeah.
Yeah, KG got blessed with the dynasty he got put on with the Celtics when they made the first super team, really, of the modern era with him, Ray Allen, and Paul Pierce. Dirk took J.J. Barea and Deshaun Stevens out the pen and
Hey,
took them
don't
to
disrespect the
championship.
Jet. Come on now. Don't
And Jason
disrespect the
Terry
Jet.
and Peja Stojakovic at the end of his career. He took them
Dirk-
LeBron
Dirk is-
James in the championship.
I would totally go Karl Malone over Dirk, man, because I like old players.
Karl Malone don't like old, but
Easy. It's a local legend.
See, I had to take him, but talking about the skyhook earlier,
Yeah.
Dirk's probably got the second most unstoppable shot of all time.
Absolutely.
His fadeaway.
Who had number one?
It wasn't you. It was Kareem, the guy you should have took with your first pick.
I thought it was Wilt.
Wilt just dunking it. Yeah.
Wilt dunking on
Wilt can't
6'5".
dunking the peach basket.
Can't get past the ladies the Wilt had. But okay,
All right,
Dirk.
so Dirk
and I
is
think
gone.
I will say though, in the overall scheme of things, obviously not where you rated him, but where he is rated over time, I think that Dirk is a little underrated.
Yeah, absolutely.
I do think that you look at his you got his career stats.
Yep.
Where he ranks because it's nasty.
I can go
He's up
down
there.
it. He had 1 MVP, 4-time first team All NBA, number 6 in points, number 27 in rebounds, which people do not
6
give him
in
credit
points
for.
is a big
Yeah,
deal.
and people don't think he was a rebounder either. Number 13 in threes as a power forward. And listen to this. He was a 5-time second-team NBA guy. Those 5 years.
Now think about Dirk. Think about Dirk coming around now, not coming around when he did.
He'd be unstoppable.
Even
He
more.
would
He favor today's
Your
game.
All NBA team stats impress me more than any of your other stats you'll give out. All Star, all that stuff. And that is crazy that he was second team that many times.
Because of Duncan.
He was because of the
Duncan had the other ones.
Yeah, exactly.
And
they were
KG
right there.
And KG had some too. But Dirk, I know he's listed as a power forward, but I wouldn't necessarily call him a true power forward. But
he was the stretch.
Yeah,
that's right.
He became that.
Right was that pick disqualified. He still wants to redo on Wilt, but no,
Wilt's not a bad
Dirk's he's a great player. Great. He's kind of one of the first big men shooters that you think of. Golly, just
Dirk was a killer too, man. Like when he talked about.
I hate him and Nash.
D-Wade and them
Never
laughing
could
at him.
really, get it going.
Mm-hmm.
That I always felt like that was been a
That
good
2011 finals was probably one of the best performances there's ever been. Really.
Yes.
Like
He did it by himself.
Yeah.
And coming straight off that big 3 in Miami, and everyone's like
The first year of it.
yeah, everyone's like they're gonna do it. That they pretty much cakewalked to the finals,
And they had no answer for him.
no.
At all. I think that, did they still have, they didn't have Alonzo Mourning. He was already gone.
No.
But still, they had Chris Bosh.
They had Brian Cardinal.
I'm talking about the Heat, who they
Oh.
had. Yeah, they had Brian Cardinal, a former janitor, in the corner hitting 3 after 3. But for my wraparound pick, I'm going to see if y'all are okay with this. Can I take Allen Iverson as a point guard?
Yeah.
I want Allen Iverson as a point guard.
You're just building your favorite team.
I am building my favorite team. I'm not
That's
gonna
nice,
lie.
man.
It is what it is.
He was dangerous.
I had to have AI. I had to have Dirk. AI is my favorite player of all time. I got like 3 jerseys down in my old closet.
So you weren't a fan of practice?
Who likes practice, man? It's not the game, It's practice.
You talking about practice?
But story about that. Have y'all heard the story about that? About that rant?
Yes.
That was a day like his best friend from his childhood got murdered.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's the end of the year press
made him
conference.
do it.
He's like, why are y'all making me do this?
Yeah.
And y'all going to ask me about practice right now.
Coolest thing about AI is like him giving interviews talking about football and how that's his first love. He would much rather play football.
And
dude, have you seen his highlight reel from high school? Oh my god!
I heard a funny quote about him. I don't know if I was talking to y'all about that or not, but he said he didn't want to be a football player. He didn't want to keep doing that because he didn't like lifting weights because that blank is heavy. He said, it's heavy. I don't feel like lifting weights. So
That's awesome.
he could have been a great quarterback, though. Great quarterback.
I'm not gonna lie. When AI went to Denver, with Carmelo,
I
loved that team.
I would love that team. I was
J.R. Smith was out there
dude.
too.
I
That's one of the
pulled
jerseys
for
I
him.
got.
I was about to say, how clean were
Birdman.
those jerseys with powder blue?
When
and
NBA
white?
Live come out, I was Denver all the time.
Yeah.
Like I
I even
love
had
that
faith
team.
when he went to the Pistons after that. I was like, when they traded him for Chauncey Billups, I was like, man, he still got some of the tank.
And I
Dude,
like,
watching him cook MJ back in the day.
Yeah.
He's a rookie.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Broke his ankle.
He is on my all-time coolest dressed player. of all
Exactly.
time. It's undisputed, right?
He changed the game. Like
He was-
Steph
I mean,
changed the game with 3-pointers.
You had little
He
white
changed
kids
the
running
wardrobe.
around with headbands and
Yeah.
cornrows.
And
And
arm
I asked my
sleeve.
mom to
Yeah.
get cornrows because of him. She told me no.
Yeah, when I think of AI, I think
the
of an arm
sleeve,
sleeve.
the arm sleeve.
He started the
I think about
Yeah.
the shoes too, man. The
Oh,
shoes.
yeah,
The
absolutely.
shoes were crazy. Yeah.
the answers.
Yeah, some awesome names too.
Yes, he has top tier nicknames to answer the question.
Yeah.
You know?
And I saw him not long ago on TV or something. I'm like, he still looks like he's ready to play now. Like he hadn't aged at all.
Really?
Like, yeah, he still looks like he could go.
Talk about some of the best hops of all time too. He's 6 foot maybe.
That's
He's
a
6 foot. Like
Yeah, that's-
come on, like Zion's 240.
In his questions.
Yeah, in his pumped up shoes, and he could still poke on anybody, man.
If we're going hops, I got to go Muggsy Bogues on y'all, man.
Well, yeah.
Hey, there goes
who
Riley's
was-
next
who was
pick.
the little guy that won the
Nate Robinson.
Web. Yeah, dude.
Nate Robinson.
Nate Robinson.
And AI's a big.
86
He's
inch
a big.
vertical.
He's a big believer in the new age. He gives a lot of respect. You know, a lot of guys from that
They
era.
don't bash.
And we talked about John Morant.
But,
Like, I do see
dude,
a lot of AI in
yeah,
John Morant.
I was about to say AI changed the game.
He did.
Yeah.
In a lot of ways. I mean, he was like he put street ball on the map for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
He's the
street
first guy
ball's
to
always been a
brought it.
subculture, but like he was up there cooking dudes. And
He was the first
He
true
was doing
handler.
it at the NBA level where people thought
Yeah.
that couldn't happen
And,
or work. In the
and you
NBA.
had
much
guys,
dribbling and all
you
that
had
kind of
guys
stuff.
doing it. You had White Chocolate and those guys come along,
Hey, that's
but
where
he
was
did
big.
it. He did it as he did it as a superstar.
I think of crossovers. I think of Peyton.
Yeah.
Dusty Nova gets
Dusty
crossed
Nova.
over district championship.
Sorry again,
Allen
homie.
Iverson move for sure.
Yeah, so if anybody knows me, my two guys are JJ Redick's my number one guy. I can't take him. And there's AI.
Well, you got a shooting guard, never mind.
I can't take JJ Redick.
and
Dirk could be your sixth man.
Dirk's my third
JJ
man,
could
so
be your sixth.
I couldn't have a list here and not take those top two.
Ray?
I would like to thank Chance for freeing this guy up, man. Made my decision really easy.
Oh.
Was AI in your decision?
No.
He's the answer.
He is the answer. Yeah, he is the answer. I got to go Tim Duncan, man.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I got to fill him up, man. He's a 15-time All-Star, 15-time All-NBA, 15-time All-Defensive Team, 2-time MVP winner, and 5-time NBA champion.
Yep.
He might be the
With
best guy
3
on my
MVP,
team.
3 Finals MVP. I'm okay with that.
I should have got him first.
But hey, you skipped over the best thing about him though. He's really good at the fundamentals.
Okay.
He is Mr. Fundamentals.
He is the big
Gotcha.
fundamental.
Yeah.
When's the last time you see somebody shoot off the glass intentionally over and over again?
Nobody.
Yeah.
Nobody.
If I was a
Nobody.
high school basketball coach and I had a big man, that's what
Nobody.
we'd be learning.
I mean,
Kissing it off the glass.
absolutely. He's
Dominant
the
in the
last,
post.
He's become a top 10 all-time player, off hitting, shooting shots off glass, man.
Dude, mid-range lights out. Man.
It's crazy that you don't see any kids doing that.
I think of him shooting that little shot like right at the free throw line.
Yeah.
That little turnaround jumper and just.
And I think
Right,
I think
yeah.
he's probably, and I guess he has been your last player. And he was your last one that is top 10 player off time, but also played 4 years in college. Like you're not going to see that
that's
anymore.
true.
And I think he was your last one that you'll see. 4 years in college, number 1 overall pick.
Maybe the last
Like,
ever.
Yeah,
He was a
He
world-class
really might
swimmer
be.
too, right?
yes, he was.
He could swim.
He was.
And also, like in retirement, he's got into kickboxing. Who wants to get kicked by that?
Grew
guy?
out some dreads.
He's a
He goes
dreadhead
to
now,
dreads
man.
and-
Like the
yes,
most
he's-
unexpected dreadhead ever.
ever. I know.
Look at this.
Yes, look it up,
Look
man.
him
I
up.
tell you what, though, it feels good to have some youth on my team.
When
He's
Tim
an
Duncan's
old
your
soul. That's a
Tim
city.
Duncan's your
Duncan's your youth, man.
This guy I
That's
got.
an old soul right there.
So
Yeah.
Good
Ray,
pick.
your pick made my pick easier because I was going to go power forward, and I have Duncan at number 1, but I wanted to continue my trend of top scorers all time, and I wanted to go Malone, and that's who I'm gonna go with, Karl Malone. So now I've
Malone.
got the top 3 scorers of all time on my team. Local legend here from Louisiana Tech. Grew up in Summerfield.
Summerfield.
And actually, for those of y'all who are listening, may not be local. The dude is accessible. He's always around. He's not hard to find in Ruston. You go to one of his shops, and he's there, whether it's his cigar shop or his clothing store, or the dealerships. He's done a lot in the community. His kids, went to Cedar Creek there. But what he did, in the NBA for many years,
He delivered.
Yeah, not on Sunday. Yeah, not on Sunday. Per pip. That may
Or
be the
holidays.
greatest. That may be the greatest one-liner in NBA history that Millman doesn't deliver on Sundays. But anyways, he wasn't able to get a ring. He couldn't do it
He tried
in the
to.
Malone in the
Stockton.
MJ era. Yeah, him and Stockton were nasty.
The
Even
pick and
tried
rolls,
joining the
man,
Lakers.
so unbelievable.
And dude, one thing about him they said is he's the biggest, the best big man runner that they've ever seen.
Getting up and down
Like
the court.
dude could get up and down the floor. He was in tune to his body. Before that was a thing.
He had the game. He has the game where he could play in today's game or any era. Like his game translates a lot more than some of these
and
guys do.
you know somebody was talking about that and they were like, "Well, Malone couldn't." I was like, "The dude's built like LeBron."
Yeah, I mean
They were the same size basically. I mean, I think Malone was a little more top heavy, like probably did work
Malone, get the
more
mid-range,
bench
I mean.
press or something. But yeah, the dude. I mean, he was a freak athletically, and he was a power and did it for a long time.
And a cool stat about him is he's number 13 all time in steals. You don't really
Yeah,
think
I wouldn't
about
have
big
thought
men
that.
getting steals, you know.
He had
that was
a
back-
complete game.
I mean, he's playing when they're real big men in the league. And they're
Yeah.
posting them up, and
They're down there going
that's,
at it. You
That's
know,
an impressive stat.
That's pretty cool.
That is a cool stat. I didn't know that actually. That's
I learned that today. And I was
Interesting
like,
nugget.
How many all defensive teams did he make?
Three. Three first teams. I didn't put down second and third teams. I don't count that. If you're not first, you're last. So
And I would have taken Duncan there because I do think Duncan is borderline.
I think Duncan
top
and Dirk
10
are
all time.
both better than him.
I don't know about Dirk, but
Dirk's a stretch, but Dirk actually got it
I
done.
think the ring
Carl
itself
did.
helps
Carl,
him out a lot.
Yeah.
the reason he didn't have
Dirk
a ring
got it
though is who he
done.
played against. You know,
7th in rebounds too. That's big.
Yeah, but Carl had a lot more help than Dirk did. Dirk took J.J. Barea and a washed-up Jason Kidd. Jason
Well, I
Kidd
mean,
retired that year.
in Carl's prime,
JT retired like 3 years.
Sean Marion.
Sean
Marion he retired 2 years after that too. They all retired then.
in Carl's prime, he had arguably one of the best point guards of all time in
Yeah.
Stockton. He had Jeff Hornacek, and I mean, but you know who? Brian Russell.
big man.
But I mean, his center was Greg Ostertag.
Yeah.
You know, that's how, and he did that, and he was playing against, MJ at that time.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Charles
Patrick
Barkley.
Ewing, Charles
Arguably the
Barkley.
best.
Shaq
one
was
of the
in
best
the league at that
duos of all
point.
time,
Yeah.
though. The Stockton and Malone pick and roll. Like, there's not many things that top that.
No, it's great to watch. Poetry in motion.
And you've got a point guard spot available if you want to take that a little bit later.
Yeah,
It was them too, and you could argue if they had a third guy like MJ did, maybe they do, maybe they do seal the deal.
At the end of the draft, I want to count up how many of these guys were on the dream team too.
Mhm.
That'd be
yeah.
a cool stat.
Yeah.
Well, I'm taking Chris Mullen here.
Christian Leitner, baby.
Who is up?
Me. And, man, I really don't know what I'm doing.
I know what you're taking.
So I've got the best center of all time.
I know who you're gonna go.
I've got a
think
point.
you do.
I know.
Y'all know who I'm going?
I know.
You're going KD?
I did go KD too.
I mean, if y'all want me to, I might. It's tough.
I thought you were gonna go KD for sure.
I can't believe you had it.
I mean, Bill Russell's sitting right there. No, you got
The
Shaq.
team
You got
so
Shaq.
well.
No, I don't need a center. I have Shaq. Yeah, let's go Kevin Durant. He's my top small forward available. Barely edging out Scotty.
What about Dr. J?
He's edging out Dr. J. I mean, Kevin Durant, to me, he's top 3, top 5 best scorers in NBA history.
I think
Like, the man can do it from 35 feet to
It's
0
so
feet.
easy.
He would
with
give
ease.
any defender trouble in any area.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
And I don't think he gets the respect for that. Like, he can do so much
Well, he doesn't get it because he was
of his
the
career
next-
path.
He was career path, and he was the next LeBron, and he hasn't lived up to those expectations. And I didn't help that you started out your career with Russell Westbrook
and James Harden.
and then James Harden. Yeah, I mean,
And they made that finals run when they were all
Whenever
like
they were
22.
unknown too, really.
Yeah.
And I saw a picture on Facebook today. It was like today is 9 years since the last day.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Durant all played.
9 years.
And
Wow.
Durant was 23 years old. Westbrook was 23, and James Harden was 22. Think about. I mean, I don't know how they developed with all being around each other.
Yeah, Harden wouldn't
I
became
doubt
Harden.
Harden becomes Harden.
No, because he was
But
that 6-man.
Harden was still going to be a top tier guy.
Yeah. He was still a number 3 overall pick. He had
What
that
happens?
talent.
I wish they'd have stayed together.
That's one of the biggest what ifs to me too.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, because that's 3 of the arguably. I mean, yeah, I hate Westbrook, but I gotta give him some respect. He's one of the better guys in the past decade.
Yeah,
you had 3
he's
of the top guys from the
he's
past
still
decade
top
on the
10,
same team.
or top 10 or 15 point guard of all time.
Yeah.
Regardless of what you say about him.
Yeah.
He's aged poorly, I guess, but yeah, Durant himself, he's, like I've said, one of the most talented scorers I've ever seen.
And I think maybe if he played in the in the bruiser era, they might have busted him up a little bit, but he would be able to get off the outside shot.
I
His length was going to help him out regardless.
Yeah,
too.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean,
And he's also a really solid defender. He doesn't really get credit for it, but I mean, with the frame that he's got, he was never a liability.
no, he can switch. He can guard all.
Looking
positions
at him, you
pretty
think
much.
his ankles are going to be a problem. I mean, the dude has got chicken legs.
Got some big feet too, man.
He does, yeah.
And I always want to think what would happen if he didn't tear that Achilles in 2019 with the Warriors.
Another championship. Or
And
two.
I think that championship happens against the Raptors.
Mm-hmm, for sure.
And then does he come back after 3 straight? It'd be hard to leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll go Steph and KD. Pretty good duo, I'd say,
I've seen it happen
with
so.
Shaq.
Peyton, you got 2 picks here.
I know it.
Who do you have? You have the Lakers, right?
I got the Lakers, backcourt right now with Magic and Kobe.
We're out of Lakers centers, so
Worthy's on the board.
Yeah, I'm for sure.
Russell.
I'm going Bill Russell.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
mean,
so you're just getting all the championships.
that's what you play for, right? I mean, why?
Give me the rings.
I'm not playing for stats here. I'm going for the rings.
Where are you playing him at? Power forward?
No,
He's
center.
center, though.
I
Center
thought he
all
had
day.
Kareem. Oh, no, he has
He's
the
got
back.
Magic
No,
and
I've
Kobe.
He
got
should have took
backcourt.
Kareem. That's who it was. Okay,
I should have took Kareem. Oh man,
Tell Kobe.
No, Railey should have took
Hey,
Kareem.
Railey should have took Kareem. That's
I'm not
right.
going to live this down.
You're not. You're not.
Dude, Wilt is not a bad pick.
I mean,
No, I mean,
Will, he went to a lot of bathroom
Wilt,
vending machines.
he would translate. No, he didn't. That was his problem.
That was Magic's problem.
he went to the counter.
God, dog.
Him and Bill have a lot in common.
yeah, I think Bill, man. I mean, my gosh, he. You think Bill Russell? I mean, the trophy's now named after him for when MVP
It is, yeah.
in the finals. Now it's
that's a
Bill
very good
Russell.
point, man.
So I mean,
That's all you need to know.
Yeah, exactly. Like I mean,
Born in West Monroe, Louisiana, too.
That's
Heck yeah.
right. Shout out
And then went
Louisiana
to San
boy.
Francisco to play college ball.
Because West Monroe
grew
was a
up up
rough
there.
area for him growing up. Thanks a lot, fellas.
He was also one of the first, or I guess one of the last player coaches, right? Didn't he do that towards the end of his
Yes,
career?
so he did. He won 2 rings. His
Yeah.
last 2 rings where he was a player coach. That's right.
Averaged 22.5 total rebounds over his career.
And I wanted to look up his
11-time
blocks.
champion.
I wanted to look up his blocks, but that wasn't even a stat back
Yeah.
then. So there's no telling how many blocks that man really had, too. So that's how I put down in my notes. He's so old that blocks weren't a stat.
Wow.
So
There we go.
No triple
Bill
doubles
Russell.
for him.
So who you got next? Peyton, this is tough. Man.
That's a tough one. I want to go small forward, and
You gotta go. I mean, there's a
Small
glaring
forward's
one there.
Getting kind of thin.
So did everybody have KD as their third small forward or no?
yes, I did.
yes, I did.
Okay,
He
cool.
was. I had him.
No, I didn't.
I
I'm
think
not
I'm
gonna
going
tell
Dominique.
you. I'm not gonna tell you where I have.
You're going with
Dominique
Dominique?
I
Wilkins.
think I'm going with Dominique.
Whoa.
I didn't
that, man.
Google him today.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, you done said it. You got.
and
it.
I think I'm going to go Dominique.
A
Yeah,
tile laid's a tile played.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
I was going back and forth between him and Julius Erving.
I think it's Dr. J there, but or Pip even.
You think it's Pitt?
I have no stats for Dominic Wilkins. I can't even contribute to this
Pip did it all,
conversation.
dude.
Dunk contest.
Just a
Pip did
freak
it all.
athlete.
He's a great
man.
dunk contest.
And he's kind of gets forgotten.
He does get
I
forgotten.
mean, I forgot.
Yeah.
About him.
Yeah,
He pretty much invented the windmill, didn't he?
yeah, he invented a lot of dunks that you see. I mean,
He was the first one to dunk from the free throw line. It wasn't MJ that did that first.
No.
Yep.
I feel
I
like
actually knew that.
I feel like he would go good with my core team I got going on here.
No,
But,
he's definitely trouble.
yeah, he's just could put him at a couple positions. He had the athletic ability to. Yeah, I like that. I feel better about it now. I'm like Kyle. I can see some others.
I mean,
small
I would have
forwards.
taken Dr. J, but
Yeah.
Or Pippen, maybe.
I could see Pippen being like a 6-man for somebody, though.
Oh, if Pippen's a 6-man, it's over with.
Well, he's going to be there for 6-man.
Yeah.
I mean, we're already... No doubt he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Because I don't see somebody... No, he's taking him.
Does anybody else need a small forward?
I do.
No.
I do.
Okay.
So we got 2 more?
Yeah. So,
So
they
I
might.
mean, he might.
I think he's going to go him and Dr. J is what I would
You
think.
got Irvin, you got Elgin Bass. I mean, you got...
All right, so it's me. I need a shooting guard. I need a power forward.
You're going Giannis, aren't you?
Man.
Are you going Giannis or D Wade? Who are you going, youngin?
Klay Thompson.
The youth in the group.
Just a Game 6 Clay, though.
Game 6 Clay.
Yeah, I'm sorry I
best
did not
sporting
mention
events.
Clay. I'm
Man,
sorry.
go ahead and take him.
Clay's gonna be a 6-man.
I'm not taking Clay here.
Good for you.
I really want to, just for the
Clay's
fun.
got to go a little old here, huh? I mean...
No, I don't, because on my positions, my guys are younger.
What
that are top.
positions you need here,
Shooting
Clay?
guard and power forward.
Okay, man.
My
Power forward.
next
You
available
go,
guys are
there's a
both
lot
young.
of... You're going to have to go old and power forward.
Yeah, I'm gonna take D Wade though. He's going. I love D Wade.
He doesn't
I
get
can
the
pick
respect
Clay's
he
team.
deserves.
Great.
He's easily the third best shooting guard of all time to
I
me.
agree.
I think there's MJ and Kobe, then there's D Wade,
I agree.
What
then
you
there's a
consider
drop.
Iverson. It depends on what you consider Iverson.
D Wade's still above AI.
I ain't Clyde the Glide.
Clyde Drexler, I know.
D Wade's still above AI.
I was thinking Clyde, too, but I think D Wade's the third best.
Yeah, yeah. And what did he have? 3 rings. And one thing that kind of gets forgotten about
what
him.
hurt D Wade's career is his style of play.
Yeah,
He couldn't have the
He wasn't
longevity.
flashy or nothing either.
His nickname was
the
the
guys.
Flash.
But he wasn't
He
flashy.
took some punishing blows when he would get into the paint. And
And one of the things I think kind of gets forgotten about him is that he won that ring in 06
That's
as
right.
the number 1 option.
That's right.
3 years out of
Yeah.
out of college.
Yeah.
And
Shaq
was he a 4-year guy?
He might have been.
Or was he a 3-year?
He might
He was
have
at least
been.
3.
I think he was 3.
He was at least 3.
He might not have gone all.
I can't.
Peyton's going to look that up.
Yeah, I thought he was 3.
And shout out to him. He married Gabrielle Union, so that's always a victory.
Yeah, that's bonus points for my
So
team.
good for him.
He is winning.
Yes,
He's going to
is.
bring it on. So
Yeah, D Wade though, he's a guy I feel is always hard to hate.
Bring it on, too. She's not in there, is she?
homecoming.
3 years.
3.
So he's 3. Okay. Yeah, I mean, went after LeBron and the legendary Darko, and then yeah. So what if D Wade would have went to Detroit? What would have happened? Would he have changed? Well, he wouldn't have had to change Detroit. They were already a really good team.
Yeah, but say that would have been phenomenal.
Yeah.
You'd have had
Phillips,
Chauncey and Prince and all of them.
Hamilton.
The Wallaces.
They'd have been kind of what Golden State,
More of
the
a dynasty.
Yeah, it'd have been.
It's talking about that reloading thing, like you're talking about the Warriors doing.
Yeah.
They would have been the first team to reload.
I guess they, where would you put him at in that lineup? I guess you could just put him at the 3.
Or he could have ran the
second unit.
Yeah,
because he was kind of a hybrid 1 or 2.
But when
he was a little bit undersized,
when
like
he came in the
6'4".
league, he was ready though.
Yeah,
he was ready to go.
And
what
I think
pick was he? Third.
Third.
Yeah,
because Darko was 2nd.
And then Bosch was 4, Melo 5.
Because LeBron was 1. Yeah, that was a phenomenal
What a draft. Is that 03?
So,
yeah.
Phenomenal draft.
Yeah, I'll go D Wade. I love him, and he's a guy I think kind of gets a little underrated. He's easily the 3rd best shooting guard to me, but he doesn't really get mentioned in that top all time talk, regardless of position. I think he's easily like top 30 or 25 maybe
all time.
D Wade. Oh yeah.
But he,
Top
I
30.
guess playing with LeBron and Bosch in that era, it just gets forgotten of how good he was.
And all the stats were just quiet too.
Yeah,
he was phenomenal in those teams.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was part of the reason why LeBron went there.
That
was a draw.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, Bosch and Wade didn't go to Cleveland. Or Bosch and LeBron didn't go to Toronto.
They went
to Miami.
Nobody wants to go to Cleveland. I mean, let's be honest.
Deshaun Watson acts like he doesn't want to go right now either.
That's right. I mean, nobody wants to go to Cleveland.
Yes, I'll go. Oh, I've got Shaq and D Wade again.
Yeah.
And Katie and Steph. I've just got the.
Now you got to draft Alonzo Mourning.
Not if I get him first.
So we're giving a little flex at the point guard, shooting guard position here.
Yeah, I think so, depending on the guy.
Because and let me get some clarification on this.
Do you have a point guard right now or a shooting guard?
No, I'm missing both of those.
Oh,
but,
wow.
But I want to go. Well, crap, y'all left me the top 3 scorers of all time.
Which, I mean, you have LeBron. You could put LeBron wherever you want.
So I'm gonna go with a guy who he's got one of the best nicknames of all of basketball, and that's Mr. Triple Double.
Russell Westbrook.
No.
Oh, wait.
No, the OG Oscar Robertson.
Oscar Robertson.
Oh, Russell before Russell.
Yeah. I mean,
that's point.
Hall of Famer, 12-time All-Star, 11-time All-NBA, Rookie of the Year, MVP.
Not the logo, huh?
How many rings does he have?
He has one. I think he won. Did he win one championship? Did he win it with Kareem?
I think
71. So. Yeah.
Yeah, he won one championship.
I think that might have been Kareem's rookie year.
Oh, that's a solid pick, guy.
Is the logo going to stay off everybody's first 5 years?
He wasn't. He didn't play in the NBA after 2000, so he's not on my draft board.
Think about the logo, isn't it?
But yeah, he's just one of the all-time greats that has always been mentioned in that in that upper tier
How
of
tall
players.
is he? Like
6'5".
6'5". Okay.
Yeah, he was a big point guard or a big guard back in the day.
And he might have been one of the first ones of that.
Yes,
like kind of a trailblazer of that position.
Mm-hmm. And he averaged 25, 7 and 9 a game. So
An average
25
triple-double in a season.
Yeah.
Incredible.
But he was Russell Westbrook
back
with
then.
more consistency, basically.
Yeah.
He did it throughout his career. Obviously didn't watch him. He was drafted in 1960 with the first overall pick. But I felt like that was probably an easy
You
pick
want to know
right
something
there.
sad?
What's that?
I didn't know who Oscar Robertson was until Russell Westbrook was chasing the triple-double in a season.
What?
Yeah. Oh, I mean that's a lot of people.
He wasn't ever really spoken of like whenever I'd watch basketball games until that year.
That's right.
And I wasn't just going to Google all-time NBA guys, So
I mean, didn't he play for the Royals?
That's right.
Was he an ABA guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did.
He did, yeah. He won the 71 championship with Kareem, or Lou Alcindor still, as the finals MVP in his third year in the NBA. Wow. So, yeah, that was Big O's.
So, Ray,
I can't wait
can you
for
go
Ray's
with an older
pick.
pick than that?
I can. I think I can, man.
Cincinnati Royals.
I think I can.
Bob Pettit it is.
Is it my pick?
It is.
Well, kind of like Kyle, I need a point guard, 2. And my team has been sponsored by Forest Haven Nursing Home and Rehabilitation Center.
Not Edmonds Nursing Home?
Oh, it could be Edmonds. But, with my 4th pick of the draft, I'm going to go with a guy named Jerome Allen West. You know him better as the logo. But Jerry West, man. Mr. Clutch also was his name, although I did not see him play either. Yeah. The guy's a legend, man. He's
I love how he gets that name.
He's certainly in the top 10. I've got some statistics here for you, but a 14-time All-Star, 5-time All-Defensive Team. He was a Finals MVP, and he was a scoring champ, 69 and 70, man, and an assist champ as well. One-time champion. He has 1 ring. So that's
down your pick there, right?
Yeah.
But my man did play in 9 NBA Finals.
I'm not a big fan of basketball after the 3-point was.
And he had one. And he had
You're the
one
opposite
ring.
of me.
And he had 1 ring.
He's still Mr.
9.
Clutch. He got him there.
He was playing against Bill Russell, though.
I mean,
right? Was that the same era?
Yeah,
it had to be.
It was.
Yeah. Had to be.
I was not born.
Boston and the Lakers were battling it out.
They were the only 2 teams.
Yeah, that was the only 2 teams for years.
Couldn't win. It wasn't an option.
And what he's done as a
I was an ambassador for this. Absolutely.
I mean, he's the logo.
He was a big part
you
of
can
the Warriors
argue
dynasty.
that Kobe wouldn't be Kobe without Jerry West. I mean, that he was the biggest Kobe supporter early on. He was like another dad to Kobe.
That's a great point guard pick there, Ray, for sure.
Yeah, Jerry West, he's a big part of he was in the front office for the Warriors, helping out whenever we started becoming a big dynasty.
Anything he touches turns to gold, for sure.
He's the reason why the Clippers kind of become relevant.
Yeah, dude, like everybody is upset about how he was portrayed in that recent HBO
After
series.
we watched the first episode or 2 episodes. And after that, I started seeing all the negative stuff, and I just quit watching.
Yeah. See, I hate
have done that.
I hate backlash for stuff that's whenever they say it's just not factual, especially when it's sports related. That just takes me out of it.
Because I was going to use that as a learning experience. Because, like you said, none of us had watched or watched that growing up, I was
and
going
then
to learn
they
about
portrayed
it.
him as some character that they
Like
wanted.
just crazy, basically.
Yeah. I mean, throwing. I think in one part he threw
the championship trophy.
Threw the Larry O'Brien trophy through a window.
Yeah.
And Jerry West I never did that. My office didn't even have a window.
So couldn't be further from the truth. Huh?
All right, Chance, who you got?
I think this is a pretty chalk pick. I'm gonna take the Dream, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna fit very well with what I have going on.
Dude, him and Dirk are nasty.
Not gonna need him to score unless he gets a rebound. Then he does a little dream shake underneath there or something. But
can you give me the finger wave real quick for the folks at home, man?
That's not him.
That's Mutombo.
That's Mutombo, man.
My bad.
That's my number 6 center, by the way. Mutombo. Oh yeah,
I forgot about him.
I was gonna take him late. Oh, that's the first thing I thought of.
Dude,
I forgot about him. He played with AI at the back end of his career.
MJ dunked on him and gave him the finger though.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah.
Olajuwon, real quick, 6-time first-team All-NBA, 5-time first-team defense, 2-time defensive player of the year, 2-time rebounding champ, 3-time blocks leader. He actually scored a lot of points too. He's number 14 in points. 15 in rebounds, 10 in steals as a center.
Dude, have you ever seen the documentary on his college team, Five Slam and Jam?
Oh yeah.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
That's like the best college.
And number
team,
1
man.
in blocks, and he was a 2-time champ and 2 times Finals MVP.
You've got all the championships from 91 to 98.
I do.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to kind of put a little asterisk on that because
MJ was out.
MJ was gone.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you can
But,
really
MJ was gone, but there was a ton of talent.
There was still a ton of talent, but
and he dominated.
at that time, I mean, all you had to know was MJ left, came back, and then three-peated again.
The
Well,
90s.
well,
the
and-
90s was loaded with them.
Yeah.
The
And
Dream
I'm the-
Team is a reason for it.
Yes.
'cause
I'm the
it's
biggest.
So loaded
I'm the
with
biggest. MJ GOAT. Defender. But could he have realistically put together, 8 in a row? No. There's no way.
Somebody would have knocked him off.
Well, the fatigue that goes into playing that many games for that long, that had a lot to do with his hiatus. Not just his dad,
playing.
not just his dad down. But I mean, he talked about it in the documentary.
He had a gambling debt too. They think too. That's another big thing.
Well, they said he could afford that. He could afford that.
Well, and one mention in that, it makes you think LeBron went through 8 finals in a row. He didn't win them all,
No,
but think
he was
about
there.
what his
That's right.
body went through for 8 straight
right.
years.
And like I said earlier,
Exactly.
he never misses games.
No.
He plays. He plays every game regular season. He don't sit out.
Back to Chance's pick, man. What a value pick.
Big
This
time
late in the
value.
draft.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
Well, we all hit center.
Man, you could
early,
argue
I
he's
think.
better than Wilt.
I will guarantee you he's better than Wilt.
I had to ready to set me up for your own.
I mean, you could say he's probably number 3 center of all time.
Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt.
I've got him at 4, I
And
think.
you got him in the 4th round.
They have him in the
No,
fourth round.
wait. Him or Shaq?
Yeah.
4 or 5. But
moving on.
You're
You
missing
got-
a small
you got-
forward. You've got MJ. You've got Hakeem. You go Scotty.
you got to go Pip.
I'm going Scottie Pippen.
Dang it, that was my pick.
I don't. I'm actually taking him ahead of somebody I have ranked higher than him.
Please tell me.
Dr. J.
I can't tell you that
Because I might
because he's going to be my 6th man.
Yeah, get Dr. J 6 man.
Probably not going to be my 6th man, but I was going to try.
He's gonna be good.
But you need a guy like Scotty who honestly will be okay probably taking the back seat. I mean, he did it his whole career. I know him and Michael end up hating each other, but you can't deny 6 championships.
Scottie Pippen could now. He wasn't going to be LeBron, but his style of play is similar to LeBron's. Like when he was away from MJ, he could score. He could shoot the 3 ball. He could bang down low. He was a monster on defense.
The Bulls didn't miss a lick when MJ left. They still won like 60 games.
Yeah.
I mean, Scotty was. I mean,
Yeah, that's something I didn't know about Scotty either. Is like he was a dominant defender.
yes.
Oh, yeah.
Number 7 all time in steals.
And dude, one reason I remember that is
8-time first team.
there was a
He helped MJ out a lot of that stuff because MJ didn't have to go guard the best guy every night.
no, him and
That's something I
Scotty
had no idea about.
could
They
bang
could-
on him.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was a commercial back in the 90s where it was a McDonald's commercial, and one thing Scotty did in the commercial was like steal your fries. So if you'd have been old enough to see that commercial, you'd have known that he was. I
had no
he might
clue
have been a
till today.
steals champ a time or two. Yeah,
Probably
he
was. I
was.
just probably didn't type it.
He was. That Bulls team was just nasty. That Dream Team was nasty, and that Dream Team was nasty in part.
More dream
What
team people.
Scotty? Yeah. And there's another part of that dream team that has not been taken yet, and he was arguably the MVP of that dream team too.
But one more thing about Scotty, he has one of the greatest accents of all time, and he is not a huge fan of talking fast. He's an all-time
talk slow and he talk about some basics.
I mean, he's from Arkansas.
I say, what was the college you went to?
UCA. Who Scotty?
Scotty grew
Bears.
6 or 7 inches in college.
Yep.
He was like a nobody, like completely, not
all-time
talented.
late growth guy.
Yeah.
So Railey, what we got here?
That's our first starting 5 going right there.
I need a small forward as well.
I thought you have you got Bird.
Elgin Baylor.
Yeah. You got Bird.
Guess that counts.
Oh yeah. You need a shooting guard, right?
I would consider Larry Bird a shooting guard, man.
No, he's small forward.
He's small forward. He never played shooting guard, probably.
He had.
I mean, if you want to consider, because like
you could play.
He brought the ball up. I think that's fair. If you want to do that, Ray.
Well, it might be easier for me to get a shooting guard.
It probably is.
Well, there's a big one that's out there right now.
Really?
Is there?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Clay Thompson?
No.
Yeah.
Clyde the Glide Drexler's still on board.
Dream team. Yet again. The whole dream team might get picked tonight.
That would fit my age group, man.
I mean, he was bald, wearing goggles, dude, with a receding hairline up top.
And smashing the ball.
Yeah, he still broke rims.
What if I picked James Harden, man?
That wouldn't be a bad pick either.
I think I'm getting.
Who's your point guard? Jerry West?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I'm going James Harden, man.
Do that.
I need some youth on my team, man.
I was never going to draft him. I was never going to draft him just because I despise him. But
you can't
argue. He's fantastic.
I just like his haircuts.
Oh, your mohawk.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Gotta grow your beard out next.
Yeah, Harden's one that I don't think he gets enough appreciation for what he did in Houston.
Absolutely not.
Because
Houston was a terrible franchise. When he got sent to Houston, I'm like, man, his career's done. Like, you know, and he resurrected that franchise.
And him and CP3 really played really well together.
If CP3 stays
and Russell Westbrook.
healthy, Game 7's a completely different thing. D'Antoni helped him a lot too, man.
Yeah.
That system D'Antoni brought to him made him.
It fit him.
That's something D'Antoni's getting interviewed for the Hornets job now. People are thinking LaMelo and him.
That's right. They're thinking they could have another.
But Harden, it's something that it's a really hot take. But as a that's not new for me. As a Warriors fan, that we went against Houston pretty much every year during that first 4 or 5 years. Harden was the guy that I felt he could go out there and literally beat us. I feared him more than I feared LeBron at the time, honestly.
Kind of single-handedly
pushed
away.
Yeah.
Like LeBron, even on his really bad Cleveland teams, I never had that fear of like, wow, he can beat us. But Harden, I mean, he took us 7, he took us 6, and it was pretty much by himself. I mean, most of the time his best option beside him was either Eric Gordon or PJ Tucker, something like that. But Harden, he was amazing for them Rockets teams.
Yeah. I really thought when he went to Philly, I was like, man, that's going to be a perfect fit for him with Embiid. I just think they say he's kind of he likes to be active on the court and off the court.
Oh, yeah. He loves the strip club.
He loves the strip clubs and clubs.
Love them wings.
And he does.
That's Lou Will.
He loved them wings too.
Magic City.
But yeah, no, that's a good man. You need a bucket.
I was hoping he was going to fall to me to be my 6th man.
Yeah,
I was the 6th man of the year 1 year.
Yeah, I mean that's how his career started.
Yep.
That's how nasty that OKC franchise.
I'm telling you, man. What if?
Well, who started over him? Was it Thabo Sefolosha?
Yeah.
All right, who's
third? Peyton?
Me.
No, Kyle.
I'm up.
What are you needing?
Man, y'all left
power forward.
One of the I need point guard.
Oh,
y'all left one of the guys who is actually number 2 all time as my number 2 point guard, right behind Magic.
You going Isaiah?
No, bro, I'm going Stockton. John Stockton, bro, the career leader in assists.
Oh, so you got Oscar at the 2.
Yeah, I got Oscar at the 2.
Okay.
But yeah, I've got to go. I've got to go Stockton.
Pairing him up with the mailman.
But look, guys, Stockton, he played his game tailored to what it was in the 80s and 90s. But the guy in this day and age could have thrived from 3. He was a nasty three-point shooter. He averaged, in his prime, he was averaging 13, 14 assists per game. He would average like 2 or 3 steals a game, and he would still give you 14 to 15 points a game.
Solid defense.
Stockton is a player I would love to see play in today's era.
Yeah. He would have.
I think he could, what Curry's doing now, I think that would be kind of what he could do.
Yeah.
I mean, he's...
maybe not on Curry.
He might not have. Well, let's
more CP3.
Let's look at. We could look at his career 3-point percentage. It was nasty.
When you think about his career, man, he played his whole career with a wool sweater on.
Yeah, he did. He had some excellent checks. And since we're going to go that route,
he never overheated.
Hey, when you listen to the greats talk about him, Chris Webber, he talked about him. He was like, they were playing in the playoffs. They were playing against the Jazz, and anyways, he was like, "Y'all want to see the baddest mofo in this place? He's about to pull up, and that everybody's out there looking." And Stockton pulls up in a minivan with his kids, hops out. He's like, "That's the baddest dude in this place." And he said he would go in there and bust him up. But Gary Payton, the glove, one of the best defensive guards of all time. When he talks about his toughest cover. It wasn't MJ. Stockton. It was Stockton. It was because he had to guard him on the offensive end, and then on defense,
cherry picking a little bit.
Yeah.
Tell you, Stockton could have been, because Curry, the game has changed so much where he
changed the game.
Yeah, he changed it. But if you let John be able to shoot it that many times, and I think.
Yeah, he was averaging almost
comparable numbers.
Almost
That's right.
40% from 3.
Yeah, but what was his volume?
Oh man, it was nothing.
Yeah,
fraction compared. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying though. I mean, they weren't.
You need to watch some Jimmy X High Roller videos on YouTube. Shout out to him, and look at his stats and how he compares like where the shots came from in that time.
So Stockton, he averaged 0.6 makes on 1.5 attempts. So
at 3-pointer wasn't even a thing.
No, but that it's hard to just say.
It's hard to say he's going to be that great.
It's hard to say that a 38% 3-point shooter is going to do that by attempt 7, 8, 9, 10. Steph averaged 8.8 attempts a game.
He was also one of his mid-range shot was good too.
Phenomenal.
And if you're comparing if you do compare his volume shots that he took to some of the greatest shooters, I think he'd be right there along with his free throw percentage was right there too. But he's a guy that I would like to see in today's NBA for sure. But and a guy that I really think a lot of the greats, when you hear them talk about the best point guard of all time, a lot of them will say Stockton.
Wait, so you said you have him as your number 2 point guard?
I do.
Above Steph?
Yes, for
sure.
For sure.
I don't know about that.
I've always considered Steph more of a
I don't
consider
guard.
Yeah.
What's Stockton's ring finger look like?
No, it's empty.
It's empty.
Well, we don't want to.
But yeah,
we don't want to go ring.
Outside,
we don't want to go ring comments. Because I'm telling you, you don't want to go rings.
And if you're talking, and if you want to talk rings, I think Isaiah may be better than him if you're going to talk rings. But just from orchestrating the position and running offense,
I'm fine with Stockton over Isaiah, but Stockton over Steph, that's tough to say now.
Well, like I said, I've always thought of Steph as more of a shooting guard, anyways. Does he?
Averages 6.5 assists his career.
Yeah,
that's a lot still.
It's a lot, but it ain't.
You got nothing but shooters around him. He should average something. 6.5 is not a whole lot when you think about it.
Yeah, I think this year he was top 15 in the NBA in assists.
Yeah, he'll get there. He's going to, what their style is, he's going to have a lot of assists.
He gets, because he's so good of a shooter, people want to call him a shooting guard.
Knock on him immediately for that.
I don't think of him like a Chris Paul.
I don't.
Guard caliber.
They're not the same type of player.
Traditional point guard.
There's different styles, right?
But right. Steph does a lot as a point guard.
I think too, my team has a theme, and it's statistical nightmares. For everybody else, because I got the top 3 scorers, and I think Oscar Robertson's up there in assists too, and then the number 1 assist guy in Stockton.
So what do you have? Stockton.
None of y'all mentioned
Robertson.
Oscar's number 8
LeBron,
all time in assists.
Malone.
My man Railey wants to talk about defense. Over here.
And hey, I don't know about. I really don't know about Oscar's defense, But Stockton, LeBron, Malone, and Kareem all played D.
And that's some freaking ball movement right there. 1 through 3, you're getting some passing.
Yes.
Because
that ball's moving around.
Was LeBron 2 in assists all time? 3?
Yeah,
he's going to probably finish.
He's about to finish
2.
1 though. I think he's going to.
You think he'll pass Stockton?
Yeah.
LeBron's number 7 in assists.
It's going to be hard for him to pass Stockton because I think Stockton's way up there. But I mean, LeBron's going to finish probably top 5 in like everything.
Every statistical category.
He's only top 40 in rebounds right now.
Yeah, he's got a couple more. He'll be all right.
Yeah. So, who's next? Clay?
Me. So I need a power forward.
I think there's an easy choice here.
I think there is 2.
Don't do it, Clay.
Anything's possible.
Don't do it, Clay.
It's not. I'm not going KG.
No, I'm not talking about that one.
Don't go
No.
Don't do it.
He's
Clay.
going to go Giannis.
I am going Giannis.
I knew he would. I could pick his team.
Come it, man. That was going to be my
Giannis.
6th man.
That was my 6th man. You're gonna beat me to him.
Yeah.
So I mean, I've got the
6
shooting.
man's gonna suck.
I've got the shooting with Steph and KD. And then they'll spread the floor enough. D-Wade can spread it a little bit, not a lot, but he'll give me that drive.
KD and Steph will spread it out for D-Wade to drive.
And man, Giannis, he's just a freaking freak. Literally.
We still haven't seen Giannis's ceiling yet.
He's 27.
He just keeps
and
every
here's
year.
the last 5 years. Here's his stats, his averages: 28.4 points, 11.7 rebounds, 5.6 assists, 1.2 steals, 1.6 blocks, 56% field goal percentage, and then still 30%.
He's already got a Hall of Fame career, and he has played.
Yeah.
5
He's
years.
averaging almost the same amount of assists as Curry.
I don't have him up there on the list, but I know he will be.
I mean, I just say it.
I had him as a small forward, and I had him as my 4th.
I list him more of a small forward, but
I
I
had
had
him
him
as my 4th just because of what I
forward.
think
He got drafted as a small forward, but
then
once he took that step, he was transitioned to a power forward.
Yeah.
Hey,
Middleton's more
He's
of
too
that
big.
3.
Yeah, Middleton's a 3. Yeah,
I mean, I had him ahead of Pippen.
Yeah,
I did because I think he's going to be better than Pippen.
He's going to have a better career.
He's a better basketball player right now than
He'll have a better. He probably will have a better overall
I'm going to bring
career.
up the rings again.
He's got one though.
He's already got one.
He's already got one.
And he ain't done.
Start.
And he's just now
I
27.
hate the ring argument. I'll keep saying that. I hate that. I mean, if you want to go rings, we'll just say Bill Russell and just drop the mic. I mean, if you want to go rings, Robert Horry, Steve Kerr.
Once you go past like the 1970s, and then you start talking rings, it becomes important. But I mean, in the 60s and 50s, it's hard to even talk about them because there was 2 teams really that were even.
I don't think there was as much competition league wide.
Yeah, right. I think right now we're in the most talented era of basketball players. Like, there's legit talent on them bad teams.
I agree.
Like in the 90s,
because these guys now, they're not so one position. They're versatile.
Yeah.
Back in your 90s and stuff, those guys were.
You had a role.
You're 4 and you don't do anything else.
On the bad teams in the 90s, they were bad. But
That's
now,
right.
now you've got the
But you
magic.
still had some big guys doing crazy stuff. Like Pip brought up the ball all the time for Chicago, and Magic being the massive point guard that he was. I mean,
there was just a few of them. Now you just got freaks all.
Is he plugging his team over there?
Who's that?
I said Magic. Magic wasn't my.
Oh, he's on your team?
No,
I don't have Magic or Pip.
I got the Magic over here. You know what I'm saying, right?
I'm helping out his argument. He's arguing with me.
All right, Peyton.
You're wrong.
All right.
You're snaking.
We're at the 2 hour.
Snaking.
His number 1 pick.
I'm going. I need a power forward.
Dude, it is an easy
Take the
pick
round
right
mound.
there.
Just go ahead and do it.
God, dog.
Just take Barkley and go with it.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, I don't know how you don't take Barkley.
Yeah, dude, he was the MVP of
that's right.
Of the
Dream
Of the-
Team.
yeah.
He went over there and was busting everybody.
Dude, Charles Barkley is.
It's like he bust Peyton.
I-
So angry.
And he's also my favorite commentator probably in sports.
Yeah.
I mean, I watched the late TNT show just to listen to
terrible.
him. Just terrible, Kenny. Just terrible.
What's terrible is
Got like his
swing.
golf game.
Hey,
Hey,
I don't know if
he
you've seen
improved
his
that.
golf. Yeah, his golf swing's
He
actually
doesn't do
a
that
whole
anymore.
lot better now. He does not have, but I mean,
No longer has golf Tourette's.
he was 11-time member of the All NBA team.
Dude,
I mean-
Charles Barkley took an MVP away from Jordan.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Like,
93.
you know,
I mean, he was the MVP in 93.
yeah.
But couldn't get it done.
Well, I mean, that's how dominant Chicago was.
That's just
He couldn't get done without him.
Five-time All-NBA first team and 5-time All-NBA second team.
Yeah.
Think about that. I mean, no offense, Chance, but Dirk was 5-time second NBA.
I've got Barkley ahead of Dirk.
Dirk had better competition.
And
Dirk had the number one, definitively number one power forward of all time playing.
Charles had all kind of competition.
At power forward?
The mailman?
Yeah,
Or who else? He had mailman.
Who else?
We have
Ewing?
Duncan ahead of.
Ewing's
Patrick
center.
was center. Because I was going to add him to my list, and I looked him up. He played center.
I looked him up. The few lists I saw, he listed him power forward.
Basketball Reference had him as a center.
They have him as center?
Yep.
I would say he's a power forward, but
that's what I thought, too,
Yeah.
just based off his size.
Huh, that's interesting. I did not know that.
But no,
Yeah,
I mean
Charles
was. I know he's
all of
fat.
Dirk's stats are better than his,
and
though. Including his ring finger.
Ring finger is good.
So
yeah, Barkley. I think he was a heck of a value right there.
He's 6'5". They say 6'6". I don't even think he's 6'5". I mean, you watch him stand
he's
up.
6'5", 275.
Yeah, I mean,
have you ever seen the cat?
short?
Have you ever seen the cat rebound though? Like in his highlights, he
throws that butt around, man. That trunk.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. He was a ferocious rebounder.
He was.
We're not getting the ball from him.
I mean, he had a round mouth and he got some rebounds. So.
Chase the rapper.
Yeah,
Well, who's got the next pick?
I
guys?
do.
He does.
Oh, this is my sixth man.
There's an obvious six man right there too.
I don't think it's as obvious. I don't think I'm going with
Six man's
think
tough.
obvious.
It's not gonna be tough for me.
It's not tough.
And I've gone back and forth because there's a couple as young guys that I like a lot. But I think I'm gonna go to big guy.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna go with one that's kind of a sleeper, but I'm really shocked he's still on there. Moses Malone.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I mean,
Carl's brother.
That's right. I mean, he 8-time All-NBA. He has a ring, and he was the MVP of that finals. And that carries a lot of weight, I think.
Yeah,
the MVP.
That's a heck of a six-man pick.
I mean, I
got him 15 on my overall list.
Yeah, man, he's just, yeah.
He kind of gets forgotten.
He gets forgotten.
Yeah.
He does.
Definitely does.
And I don't know really why.
What's he on the rebounding list? Probably like top 3 or 4.
I mean, he led the NBA in rebounds for like 14 years or something like that. So yeah, he would be probably right up top. And it's weird because I've grown up in an era where big men are kind of irrelevant, but I think 2 of the best with Bill Russell and Moses Malone.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'll take those 2 any day.
Those are both value picks.
Yeah,
he's number 3 all time.
3 all time on rebounds.
And look, I can pick. I know who Clay's got right here.
Whoa, who?
You're gonna get Clay.
No, I'm not.
For your 6th man.
I'm not.
No.
Because
you don't want the shooter off the bench.
No, he's gonna get Draymond Green.
No, I'm not. I wanted to. If power forward would have made a run.
Wait, what position you going?
Small forward.
Okay.
Because I'm looking. I've got Steph.
Julius?
I've got Steph. I've got D Wade. I've got KD. I've got Giannis. Giannis can move up to that 5 to play some small ball. Give Shaq a little breather.
Going Jewish over?
KD can go up to the 4. I need me a good 3-and-D guy off the bench. Give me Kawhi Leonard.
Wow.
Kawhi, I mean, we're talking about finals MVPs. He's got 2 of them, right? I mean, he did it in San Antonio, put fear into LeBron's heart, made LeBron leave, goes up to Toronto. He beats them Warriors. He's a freaking killer.
So in other words, you don't trust the defense of the rest of your team.
No, I'm not saying that.
You don't trust KD's defense at the 3.
No, I'm saying whenever the game's on the line and how basketball goes, you put Shaq on the bench, give him a breather after he's been running around for a while.
Okay.
Let Kawhi go guard the best player. He's one of the best on-ball defenders of all time. Undeniably.
Wow.
Okay. And he's like a really good shooter that gets forgotten.
Are all of your players active players?
No, Shaq does not play.
All right, Shaq. I forgot you said
Shaq and D-Wade.
Kawhi's a 38% 3-point shooter. And I really don't think people realize that.
The claw.
Yeah.
Claw. Mr. New Balance.
He's pretty easily a top 10 small forward of all time.
He's the only dude that wears New Balance basketball shoes.
And do y'all think
I have him at
You
6.
think what?
Top 10 small forward all
I have
time?
him at 6.
And
And honestly, I have him at 6.
I mean, top 10. Yeah, I'll give him that.
Yeah.
I
think he can. He's almost in that top 5.
I got about 8.
He's almost in that top
on
5
my list. I'm trying to think who would be after Kawhi. Would be about 10th. But yeah, I mean,
small forwards. I've got him at 6. I think
6.
Yeah. It's tough after. I think it's tough after 5.
Really?
Yeah, because I've got small forwards. I got LeBron, Bird, Dr. J, Pip, KD, Kawhi.
And it depends on what you call Giannis.
Yeah. Dude, Giannis.
I mean, Kawhi could be above Giannis. He's got 2 rings. He's got 2 Finals MVPs.
Giannis shows up.
Dude, Kawhi has done a
Kawhi
lot.
shows up.
Kawhi has done a lot.
Kawhi's gotten hurt.
He stays hurt.
Yeah.
But look,
But you gave Giannis 4 years to develop. Kawhi came in year 1 and was great.
We don't talk about him a lot because he's so quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he, San Antonio, relatively small market. I guess LA's a big market.
Toronto's small market.
Yeah, Toronto's small.
He's
really the baby brother out there
he's
in LA.
quiet because he's weird. I mean, there's a lot of stories reports out there that he's he's not
He's oddball.
Yeah, he's oddball. He's not really a team guy per se. I mean, not a lot of teammates really like him. I mean, he come from San Diego State.
San Diego State. Yeah.
You know, I mean, he wasn't no big shot coming out of high school. Really wasn't a big shot coming out of college either.
No.
I mean, if it wasn't for San Antonio and Greg Popovich, I'm not sure Kawhi would be what he is now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he fit on that team what they needed at that time. He got time to develop, and the Toronto was impressive though. I will say that.
I got to witness that, and he's a killer. Like, talking about mid range, he keeps that alive. And there's better players that are available for this, but off the bench, especially as your six man, I think you need that 3-and-D guy, and I don't think there might not be a better one available.
So, and that pick made my pick easy because I was hoping you'd go Clay so I could get this one, but my thing was to get a 3-ball guy off the bench. I was either going to go Reggie or Clay. For my 3-ball guy, for my 6-man. But, you got one of the greatest of all time sitting right there in Dr. J.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't skip on Dr. J.
Oh, I thought
he's off the board. Nobody has.
Is he not?
No.
Oh.
No, Dr. J's sitting there, man.
Wow,
So,
I crossed him off. I thought he was off the board.
He just got brought up numerous times.
I took him at the 6.
NBA champ, 2-time ABA champ,
Yeah,
and I think you got to count those. 5-time All NBA, 7-time All ABA, 7-time All NBA, 16-time All Star, 4 MVPs. I mean, dude, he's one of the guys that MJ talked about. And when I think of Dr. J, I think about the freaking reverse scoop. He jumped from
outside the lane.
Yeah, outside the lane and laid it up on the other side of the goal. So he's just one of the
cool-looking dude.
Yeah.
He aged very well.
Yeah.
And he's a doctor, and he didn't go to medical school.
That upsets me, Ray. I would have.
He had that nickname for a long time. He actually got that in the what is that park in New York?
Rucker.
He got
Park.
that. He got that nickname in Rucker Park. They were calling him all kinds of stuff. He didn't like it. And he was like, "What about something?" And that's how they got the Doc or Dr. J. And I watched a documentary on Rucker Park recently. Kind of oddly enough, I was looking at some street ball documentaries, came across Kobe's performance at Rucker Park, and then that led me to
Kevin Durant's.
Yeah, I saw his too, and that led me to Dr. J. Dr. J had cats. He was in high school. He had cats sitting on the buildings, and literally like Lazarus in the Bible, like when he was trying to see Jesus up in the tree.
Zacchaeus.
Yeah, Zacchaeus. Thank you.
Came back from the dead.
Yeah, Lazarus came back from the dead.
Thank
Thank you.
Huh?
Yes, thank you. But like cats were in trees trying to watch Dr. J play.
Yeah.
So he's an easy pick. And guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling good about my team.
I feel pretty good about mine too.
Feeling good about it. I don't have much of a 3-ball.
Guys voting or not, but
I don't have much of a 3-ball. But man, I got some statistical nightmares. Ray, who you?
Well, is it my team?
It's your pick.
Yeah, just to tout my team a little bit. I mean, I think arguably 4 of my 5 players in the top 10 of all time. Period. But I'll go no further. We'll have to debate that online.
I mean, one of your guys is literally the logo. Like,
there you go.
You have the logo.
I'm going with respect here, man. I'm going for a local legend. I'm going with Willis Reed, man. born right down the road. Played at Grambling. He
fam.
spent his entire career at the Knicks. Never watched him play personally, but a lot of older guys at work talk about how he was just dominant in the NBA in his time frame. And that he's got his number retired. Number 19 retired with the Knicks, man. What more can you say?
They haven't been born in Lincoln Parish. I don't even say Ruston.
Don't say Ruston or Grambling.
Grambling State University.
So
Was Willis Reed the one that got hurt
two-time
for the
NBA
Knicks
champion.
and then went back onto the floor and played like a Game 7?
That's right. Yeah,
And
against
they
all
ended up
odds,
closing
man.
it out.
Yep. He's my sixth man.
A very underrated pick. I guess it kind of goes along with
He's
the
got
lines
two.
of Moses
He's got two
Malone.
rings.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, two-time champion.
Yeah, I
man.
think same with Moses. I think he
Yeah,
got
two-time Finals MVP.
Was the MVP of the league.
Yeah, Rookie of the Year.
So who's your other big man? You got Wilt.
Well, don't forget Wilt.
That's right.
I mean,
He's giving Wilt
A lot of women don't forget Wilt.
Who's
a
your
lot,
power
a lot
forward?
won't forget about Rayleigh, but I mean,
Tim Duncan.
Duncan, Bird. Yeah.
So you got Duncan Chamberlain and Willis Reed down there. That's a trio right there.
It's pretty nasty.
that's a black and white game if I've ever seen one.
These guys are salty.
No color on the TV for those
Hey,
games.
you better not Euro step around these guys. They're gonna punch you in the face.
I don't know what that is.
We're gonna clothesline you. Where are you going, boy?
Y'all got to pass the ball 3 times before a shot.
That's right.
Use every bit of the shot clock that wasn't invented whenever we played.
Shot clock. What's that?
3-point line? What?
All right, so Mr. Irrelevant right here, I guess you can call him.
That's right.
I'm ready for this one.
To quickly recap my team, and I'll see if y'all noticing glaring weakness here. I have Allen Iverson at the point, Michael Jordan at the 2,
Wow.
Pippen at the 3, Dirk at the 4, and Hakeem at the 5.
You don't want to play my team. You don't want to play my
I think there's one glaring weakness to me, and that is 3-point shooting.
Yeah.
I
Because your
think-
best one's a power forward.
My best one's a power forward.
go
So
Reggie Miller.
Pippen and MJ could have got it done.
I'm
though.
thinking.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Pippen's not even top 100 all time.
3-point shooter?
I just looked up a minute ago.
What about his percentage though?
I don't care about the percentage.
Well, the volume wasn't what it was. I
So,
think
let me ask you
them
this.
two guys could both shoot the 3.
Do you think he's a better 3-point shooter than Ray Allen?
Hell no.
Whoa,
There you
what?
go.
Who? What? Who?
Pippen.
No,
Ray Allen's number 2 all time.
Oh no, I thought he was agreeing the other.
Oh,
I thought he was disagreeing the other way.
No.
Is Ray?
I'm just saying you got more 3 shooters.
Is Ray Allen better than Reggie Miller?
No.
Yeah.
I think he's too.
Ray Allen is. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Ray Allen won LeBron a
Absolutely.
championship.
Yeah.
Absolutely, he's better.
And you
He
can't
does
say
have
he's
one- he
not
does have
clutch.
rings.
And I'll
Yes.
even say this:
Yes.
if my team's down by 3, I want Ray Allen shooting the ball
Well, if my team's down by like
over
9, I
Michael
want Reggie
Jordan,
Miller.
over Ray Allen.
He's done
Literally.
it. He's done
Give
it.
him about 8 seconds.
I've
Not
seen.
much.
Yeah,
But he also, he threw up the choke sign. But I mean,
Reggie
rings he
Miller,
got.
Hey, I went small story on Ray Allen. When I was younger, I was a big Spurs fan, and I can't remember Christmas or whatever. I had Dad. I want to go to a Spurs game, so we went to San Antonio and went to the Spurs game. This is back when the Spurs were in their, prime, and Ray Allen was with the Seattle Sonics, and we got there. I want to get there and watch them warm up. I mean, like we literally were the first ones to walk in this gym, and we walked and sit in our seats, and there's one player on the court shooting, and it's Ray Allen. I watched him for an hour shoot, straight hour. And I'm not exaggerating. I bet you I can't count on more than 2 hands how many he missed in an hour stretch. It was the most incredible thing I've ever watched him shoot. It's unreal. And I know Curry known for his warm ups, yada yada. But I'm telling you, man, Ray Allen was unreal how good of a shooter he was.
Good.
Yeah, I think
number 2 all
those two.
time.
Yeah, those two are.
I think
hard to go
if you
against
were going to
those.
go the way you did, I don't think you can go wrong with Ray, Reggie, or Clay.
Yeah, I had to take one of the 3, and I had Clay written down. And then I started thinking, okay, let me think about Ray Allen here. I looked at Ray Allen. He actually made second team All NBA.
And another thing about Ray Allen too is people think 3-point shooting.
He can get to the hole
Dude
son in his earlier days.
Hammer it. Son.
Man, he could
I
jump
think,
shows.
I think out of those 3,
Absolutely.
I think best overall player though out of those 3 would be Reggie. Complete game now.
No,
just
no.
pure.
See, I don't
shooter.
think that. I'm
I
telling
think
you.
Ray would be
Go
better.
back. Go
I think
watch.
Ray
Go
changed
watch
the game
Ray.
to
Yes.
fit what his
exact. Go
what
watch
he
Ray
needed
in
to do.
Seattle, man. I'm telling you. You
No,
you'll be
I-
shocked.
But then if
Yeah,
you add
he
in
was-
defense, Klay Thompson's right there.
I don't need him for defense.
Klay Thompson's
I need
the
him
best
to hit
defender.
threes.
But Klay Thompson's the best defender, and he might be the second best shooter of all time.
He needs to make some more threes.
Yeah, I'm sorry he had to miss 2 years. He was hurt. His
So he's a
Achilles and
liability
ACL
for
were
his
hurt.
injuries now. He has a liability.
Well, he played 9
Ray
straight
didn't
without
get
getting
hurt.
hurt.
Ray won LeBron a championship. So
Ray's a ring chaser. Should have stayed in Seattle.
Dang.
To a franchise that's not even there anymore.
Yeah. He should have been on the Thunder.
He's playing with Breonna Stewart.
He left, and the franchise left with him. I mean,
I liked Ray. I was a Celtics guy in that 08.
They've made amends now.
I don't think you could go wrong.
no, you can't. You absolutely
It's a good pick.
But it was definitely my glaring weakness. You can't take Dirk off the floor. You can't take Hakeem off the floor. I can
I think
arguably.
I
can
think
take
in today's
Pippen off.
game, though, MJ and Pippen would bust you up from 3 in today's game.
They would eat you alive.
I think
You'd be surprised.
if that was the strategy, yeah. MJ would have developed a 3-point shot earlier.
So unshockingly, we have gone on our longest episode. We're at 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Can I throw a point guard in there right quick?
I was about to say, let's
didn't make
real
it.
quick.
Did
Let's
Isaiah Thomas really not make it?
Yeah.
No.
Isaiah Thompson.
real
But
quick.
he's not
Just throw out
throwing.
some
He's not throwing
names.
them going.
Steve
and-
Nash.
and he's not going to be on that list because he had an injured career in the NBA.
Penny Hardaway?
No.
No.
Pistol Pete.
Pistol Pete, yeah.
Dude, if he could have stayed healthy.
Yeah.
Me and Clay were texting the other day about Pistol Pete.
They say he
by
changed the
Stacey
game.
Johnson. He was like, if he would have came in today's league,
dude,
he
would
might have been Steph Curry.
Yeah, absolutely. He averaged 44
No
a
3-point
game in college.
He
There's no
is, he
three-pointer.
is, without a doubt, the greatest college basketball player.
And they said
of all
his
time.
handles were all like insane.
You know what his dad
This was
used
way
to
before
do?
my time.
He said he bred the current, what you see today is somewhat derivative of his style. of play.
Have y'all heard the story how he got his handles? His dad would say, "Get in the car." He would roll the window down, drive down the road, and make him dribble.
Yeah, really.
And he would speed up or slow down, no matter. And he said he had to still dribble all the way down the road. I mean, Pistol Pete, dude, is, which I know I'm LSU guy and all, but like.
But it's funny to hear you say that.
He would have
it
fit
was
Rayleigh's
literally,
team.
it was literally a week ago. He
How
texted
many
me and Clay,
how many local ties have we had in this list though? In legitimate, like not reaches at
not
all.
even really reach.
Yeah, I mean you're talking about Bill Russell, Karl Malone, Pistol Pete, Willis Reed.
Elvin Hayes didn't get mentioned, but Elvin Hayes.
He's
he was
up
on
there.
my list.
Robert Parrish was a guy I
Robert
had on my
Parrish.
top centers list. I mean,
Bob Pettit.
Yeah.
I mean, Louisiana. Wilt Chamberlain. It's from New Orleans. I mean,
I'm sure he's slept with a girl from Louisiana too.
Probably Jackson Parrish. Yeah.
Hey, y'all quit talking about Rayleigh's
Karl
hero.
Malone.
I mean,
Yeah.
Karl Malone.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's-
Louisiana is a huge force in this list.
In any
That's
sport.
why. Hey, one day we are going to do a
Shaq.
dirty 5.
How we not mention Shaq?
We're going to do a dirty 5, top 5 Louisiana athletes of all time.
Got to.
And that's going to
Peyton
be
Manning.
the Mannings.
Archie Manning, Peyton Manning.
We'll have to get UFC Bill on that one.
Yes, absolutely. Oh,
Is
UFC
Serena
Bill.
Williams from Louisiana? Or
No,
Williams?
they're from
No.
Compton.
No.
They're from
Yeah,
Watch
California.
King Richard.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought they were from here.
But I thought Pistol Pete.
I grew up playing tennis around here.
Isaiah Thomas, for sure, is kind of a shocker.
Yeah.
CP3.
David Robinson got left off.
David
Robinson.
I know.
Kevin Garnett.
Yeah,
Garnett.
Kevin.
KG,
Garnett.
yeah. that's it.
Clyde
KG
Drexler?
could
Clyde?
arguably
Yeah,
be
Clyde.
like the top 2
Clyde.
or 3.
I'm glad Clyde
Jason
was my
Kidd.
number 3 shooting guard, and he got left off.
Clyde Drexler got left out.
Carmelo.
Carmelo.
I mean, talking about small forwards putting the ball in the basket.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
he's a
there.
scorer.
You're
Yeah.
right.
He'd be a good
Carmelo.
6-man.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But honestly, like
Patrick
I had set up my top 7 at every position, and y'all just about covered it.
And I know he's still playing his. I'm always been a huge Chris Paul fan. I don't think his career has been.
I know he's a jerk, but you got to respect how
Dude,
great he is.
phenomenal, man.
Don't
You
respect
know,
crowd.
Some
Both
people,
sides of the
I mean,
court.
some people have
just phenomenal.
some people have
Fraud.
him up there.
a
above
fraud.
Stockton.
How's he a fraud, man? I mean, everywhere he goes,
Hate
he brings them
makes
to
them competitive.
relevant.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he flops his way there. Yeah.
I was just
Flops
hoping he was
his
going to
way
get my guy
there.
JJ Redick a ring out there in L.A. with the Clippers.
Oh, but
Yeah.
did he choke? Oh, no.
He choked.
How sorry.
If he didn't get hurt at Houston, they're winning that game 7.
Against the Warriors.
They're winning that game 7.
And if we learned
No.
if we learned anything about this,
There's
list,
a reason why they were in 7 games. the
The
Warriors weren't.
He always chokes in the end. He wasn't beating no Katie and Steph and them. No.
Look, y'all, there's definitely some ageism here,
Oh, big time.
and I think what we learned is that the new generation,
Doesn't respect.
Doesn't respect the old generation.
We're going to get him in the film room and coach him up.
No, you got to get the VCR. Get the VCR out. Did we get a dream team count real quick?
Dream team count?
I have 1, 2, 3 guys from the dream team.
There were no dream
We're
teams.
talking about the.
Tim Duncan was on the dream team.
How did you not get one dream team?
Tim Duncan was on the dream team.
We're talking about the 20 like.
No, we're talking about the 92 dream team. So you've got 1, 2, 3.
I got 2.
You got Bird. Let's see, 4, 5.
Shaq. He was close. He almost got chosen, I think.
Shaq wasn't.
And you got 2.
That's who people were pissed that didn't get.
Yeah.
Picked.
So 1, 2.
I've got 1 from the redeem team.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
I think D-Wade was on that, was he?
7 from the 92 team, and Shaq should have been on that team over Christian Laettner. I say
No,
that
he
Christian
should
Laettner
have.
was the best college basketball player.
Yes, he was.
And it was an interesting marriage of.
And they always usually take.
He rightfully was on that team.
Like, how
If
many
you're talking about
people are
talent,
just saying it now because of what
Hindsight.
the careers? Yeah, hindsight.
Yeah.
You know.
International, we only have.
Well, no,
Dirk
it
and
was
Giannis?
it was a big talk back then because Shaq went
Hakeem.
number 1 overall.
Yeah.
What's Hakeem?
He's from somewhere.
He's
He just
from Africa.
he's from Africa. He came over
Okay.
and went to college.
Houston.
Yeah, he went to Houston.
Fossil.
but
So we have
he's from
Hakeem,
Africa.
Dirk, Giannis,
I'm the most diverse.
Bill Russell. I mean, not Bill Russell. Tim Duncan was born in the Virgin Islands,
That's
That's
right.
that's a territory of ours, so that don't count.
but not many
Not many
international
foreign
guys.
Who's
yeah.
got the most Louisiana guys?
Not me.
I have none.
I've got a guy from Greece.
We got 1.
I have 0.
Yeah, dude, you got Bill Russell.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Wasn't wrong.
Oh, I've got
You got
Shaq.
1.
So we all have 1?
Well,
I got
1.
0. I got an
Oh.
Arkansas guy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Pip.
Go. Pip.
This was fun.
This was a lot of fun.
I can't wait to hear people debate it because
I'm not
the people
surprised
that
that
I
it
talk
went
to,
long.
the people that I talk to who do listen, they were, and I kind of previewed this. They were like, "Yeah,
It's going to be a fun episode.
Yeah.
Great time.
If Dusty Nummy's gonna have to listen to this.
I'm going to make it.
He's going to make the description.
Absolutely, he's going to have to listen to it.
Well, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did.
Yeah,
For sure, guys.
If you don't like the NBA, sorry.
Because, skip this episode after you download it.
I think the draft went like a good hour and 45 strong.
Well, the
probably.
cool thing is though is that we still get to talk about Steph Curry's position in the top.
Got to
10.
do that in the future.
Yeah, and I think that may be
Yeah,
our
I
next
can,
short episode.
I can prepare and give that a long time. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, that's it. As always, chop on.
Go Tigers.
That's right.
Dub Nation, baby.
Who dat?
Who dat?
Who dat?
This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me. I feel nerve, this when I'm around you. Everything I do revolves around you. I don't know why I would do without you. 'Cause everything I do revolves around you. I feel nerve, this when I'm around you. Everything I do revolves around you. I don't know why I would do without you. 'Cause everything I do revolves around you. This ain't how it's supposed to be. It should be just you and me.